Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Guys, welcome to episode 66 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
What's up, what?
You know my guy over here.
And that fool Blazer, Ramon.
On the other end, we always have. And together we form.
Insensitive Culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Make sure you check it out, homie. And today, we have in studio none other than Colin himself.
Yeah.
The man.
Do we have an applause drop? Do we have an applause drop?
We can add it afterward.
We need it once I get that iPad set up.
I'm sure we have one. I'm just too lazy to go searching for it. But you do deserve some sort of, at least. There we go. That's Colin right there.
Colin
the
alert.
air horn.
Colin
The fucking
alert.
guy over here.
Classic air horn.
Classic air horn. But yeah, man, episode 66. I love it. We're today we have a lot to talk about. There's been a lot of news lately, both in and out of Hollywood. We had the contest that we are going to randomly select the winner, and hopefully you're listening, because if you don't tell me that you heard me
Dave
and
smokes
DM
everything.
me, then you technically did not win. All right, so but that's going to be in a little bit.
All that.
What were you saying?
I'm going to smoke all that and drink all the syrup and shit if nobody claims it.
Oh, yeah, of
I
course.
hope they don't claim that shit.
If no one slides in his DMs.
Right. With titties.
Oh man, yeah, with titties.
Did you put that in the rules? Was that in the fine print?
No, I told everyone to email you their dick pics.
Is that why I got the onslaught this morning?
Yeah.
Jeez. I thought it was because of my birthday, but all right. Good looks.
He doesn't feel as special anymore. All right, so both of them. He got them all. Some chicks with dicks. Anyway, so all right, so we're gonna move on to a question. I have a couple of them. Nothing too crazy, but I was thinking, what was something your parents told you as a kid that you now know was horrible advice? I'll go first because it's always a thing where you have to think about that. So, biggest thing that I can think of, and my dad gave me so much bad advice that it's really hard to pinpoint. I would have to say that the worst, and I don't know if it was advice per se. However, one of the things he used to do was he had me, as a kid, light a cigarette and just leave it there burning whenever I took a crap, because it kills the smell. Just a burning cigarette. That is, my sister's a cigarette smoker. That is how she tried her first cigarette, because he had us both doing it. I definitely tried my first cigarette doing that shit. That was really horrible advice.
While you were on the toilet.
While you are on the toilet shitting, so that he didn't have to smell your shit afterward.
Yeah.
He had just a lit cigarette.
Nicotine. It's like,
Oh,
I've
yeah,
heard,
secondhand smoke.
burning
Just-
a match or something. but
Nope. While you're sitting
interesting-
there, while you are
Poopery.
sitting there, a cigarette is just burning.
I'm just thinking about 6-year-old Alex getting curious, chiefing on this cigarette,
Mhm.
and then just leading down to boot.
just hurl
Yeah.
it.
'Cause those
Oh.
first couple
Or
cigarettes
shitting.
or dipping.
I can't remember how old
so
I
sick.
was.
Yeah.
I can't remember how old I was, but it always starts. You're not going to do something where you're just like taking a giant drag to throw up. I remember smoking it and just tapping it, just a little tap. Yeah, just like a little puff. And then afterward, just getting like really lightheaded. I never liked cigarettes. I tried it multiple times in my life, and it was just something, with me being an addictive person, I get addicted to, like even food, like anything. Anything that I enjoy, I get addicted to. Cigarettes has never been one that was an issue for me.
That's good.
I try
That
it for a
is
little
good.
bit, and I'm like, and then at some point I go, oh, this is completely disgusting, and I just stop.
I was always jealous of people that didn't smoke or never started or just hated it altogether, because it's such a terrible time just quitting and dealing with it and spending money on it.
Yeah,
It's one thing that I
yeah, I've
jealous of.
tried. I mean, I tried it.
I mean, you're
I wanted
a
to.
vapist though.
I am. Yeah, no, I
But that was because he wanted to get off of
It was.
cigarettes.
It was. And now I hit this all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It's
if
more
that's anything.
convenient anyway.
It is. You don't have to. Sure. And most times, like when you're at home too, it doesn't.
Yeah, and
stink up your home.
No, it doesn't smell
doesn't
at
have like
all.
a
It
weird
doesn't
smell.
bother Ash if I'm just puffing it on the couch, and it's got to be better than cigarettes. It has.
Oh
to
yeah.
be. Like there's no way. Like I'm
yeah.
sure it's shitty for sure. There's formaldehyde and all that bullshit that you see in the commercials, but cigarettes just.
I think formaldehyde was in Juul specifically, but who the fuck knows?
I puffed a shitload of those too. So
Yeah.
I'm not above it. Not above it.
But yeah, my dad's greatest advice actually to me was just do everything the opposite that I do, and you'll be fine.
That's actually pretty
That's
good.
not
advice.
That was good. That
Yeah.
was good advice because he
Solid.
had so much bad advice.
Usually not what you hear a father say, but
Dude, the
in this
opposite.
case,
In this case, yeah,
it worked out.
right. I don't think he had to give me that advice. I already knew that I probably shouldn't follow in this man's footsteps. But the worst, yeah, because I feel like to this day, the reason why I quit everything, I even quit vaping, was because I always get to a point where my chest gets really tight. And I always think back, like, man, was that from
When I took a shit when I was 7 and I was in the bathroom with a lit cigarette. Maybe. It could be.
Oh, you're thinking one time. No, this
You
was
shit a lot, I'm sure.
this was multiple times. I don't know how long the span was.
Though, like cigarettes must have. This was back in the day when cigarettes were like $2 a pack. I'm
Oh,
guessing,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
They
yeah.
were just dirt cheap at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time.
Yeah, that shit wouldn't fly now.
No.
$10 a pack.
Hell no, dude. Let's fucking go through that in a day.
How much do you shit?
Oh, I said him.
Oh.
He could go through that in a day. Just feel like he takes a lot of shits.
Damn, bro, is it like that? It's like that?
Side wiping? Come on.
I mean, so you think it's different just because you stand and wipe?
I shit less.
You shit less.
It's gravity. Something to do with gravity.
Quick question before we continue this conversation on bad advice.
Yes.
So you're shitting standing up. You go to wipe standing up. When you go to shit to jump in the shower,
Yeah, hopefully
Because
you're not
you stand
shitting
up.
standing up.
yeah. I mean,
That'd be tough.
He might.
That'd be tough.
That's
the Hershey
not
bar.
much
That's
different.
The
Put it this way. Put it this way.
It's
All right.
impressive.
Let me rephrase.
It's
Let me
impressive.
rephrase.
Okay.
You shit before you jump in the shower
Okay.
because
Ideally.
you normally stand up.
If you can,
Do
yes,
you-
ideally. That's
Do you go directly into the shower or do you wipe?
no, bro. You gotta wipe. I don't want to just shit in the shower.
I don't know because you're
Fucking-
already in the standing position to wipe.
I mean,
I'm more curious about the fact that you don't know that's 100% the correct answer is to wipe before getting in the
Oh,
shower.
I
Yeah,
do
it-
feel that.
it
I do
is.
feel
It
that.
is.
However,
And it
I'm
has to be.
surprised
Like, just-
oftentimes by asking this question because someone may be like, "What? Why the fuck would I wipe?"
Is it the most thorough, crazy, intense wipe? Well, like if I had to run off to work or something? Absolutely not. But there are definitely wipes before getting
All right,
in
I
that
just
shower.
wanted to make sure because you're already
100%.
standing up there and you're wiping the way that you do standing.
I don't shit naked though. First of all, even if I'm about
When
to
you're
get in the shower,
even if you're
I
gonna
won't- I
what?
usually don't. It just feels weird to me shitting naked.
shitting naked
feels
before you're
weird.
jumping into the shower
Even
feels
if
weird.
I'm about to get into the shower, I'm not a naked shitter.
Okay,
You shit naked,
yeah. If
Okay.
I'm jumping into the shower, I would. Yeah.
Johnny?
I mean, aren't you pretty much naked when your pants are hanging at your ankles?
I mean, yeah, but like people pop their shirts off and shit. Like they get
No, I don't do that.
naked.
Oh well, there are
I
people
mean,
that do that
if I'm
when they're
about
not
to shower,
about to shower.
sometimes depending if I just came from like the gym or some shit and I'm mad sweaty anyway. So yeah, I'll want to take my shirt off and shit while I'm dropping the deuce or
Pop
whatever.
shirt,
But
pop shirt.
If
not
I know-
typically, nah.
Okay.
If I know this is a pre-shower shit, I'm taking my clothes off 1st.
Mhm.
I'm warming up the shower while I do what I have to do.
No, yeah. See, I don't
Finish
like
up
walking
and then I
around
jump
the
in.
bathroom naked like that.
You don't like walking around the bathroom
Nah,
naked?
I don't
That's what I'm
know why.
talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
I don't know
Same.
why.
I
Yo,
know
y'all
it's
I was
must
like
be
thinking
some
about that
ballers.
earlier when
I
I
know.
showered. It's like it's my own house. I'm the only one walking around. It's my own room. Bathroom right off the bedroom, ensuite or whatever. No reason that I have to grab my drawers from the drawer first, bring them into the bathroom. Like I could walk around the whole fucking place naked if I
Absolutely.
wanted to, but I just don't. As soon as I hop out the shower, I towel down and throw my drawers on.
Dude, you would think that I served
I'm
time
not
in
spending
prison.
any time walking around naked.
You would think I
No.
served time in prison
Same.
the way that I prepare for
Very
the shower.
comfortable.
I take my towel out. I put my underwear, my socks folded all up in there. My toothbrush and shit. Nah, I don't get that serious. But
That's a lot of work.
no, I'm not that serious. But no, I do
Walking
take
off
like all
into
my
the
shit.
woods, bro?
I take my clothes that I'm gonna change into.
Like the
In
night,
there.
like the night before school, you lay your outfit out and shit, get it all fly.
Not necessarily. I
Okay,
just grab it
okay.
right there. I just grab it, take it in there with me. At the very most, like underwear and shit. I don't know why.
That's okay. We all have our things.
That
Some
we
of
we
us-
do all have.
Some of us stand when we wipe. Some of us
Apparently,
prepare for a
me
shower.
walking around the bathroom butt ass naked
It's weird.
is
It's
a
a
faux
weird-
pas.
It's a weird. Have you ever been naked like in rooms of your house that you shouldn't be? Like just like I had to run downstairs. I forget what I was doing. I was getting ready to jump in the shower. I had to run
Strange.
downstairs into like the kitchen, and I was like
Mm-hmm.
in my kitchen, ass naked, and I was like, this feels weird. Like
That
shouldn't.
does feel weird.
It's
Yeah,
my
that does
kitchen.
feel weird. Yeah.
It's my kitchen. No one's there. No one can see shit. But
No, I want to
It
cut
feels
my
wrong.
balls when I do that. I'm like, it feels weird.
Like someone's watching, right? But there is only
Yeah.
cameras.
You've never realized how many windows are in your house until
Right.
that moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
especially these last few nights, it's been hot. So I would like open up the windows upstairs, try to get like cool air at night, just like flowing through, so we weren't like dying because I didn't want to turn on the air yet. Honestly, I was just being cheap.
Yeah, dude.
But I was trying to get the air flowing, and like I think I got out of the shower and literally like I went to like a corner of my room where like no windows, like you couldn't see anything, and I like put my boxers on and was like, okay, better now. Like I just with boxers it was better, just dick out and everything. It's like
Even after sex, if you have to go downstairs grab some water, oh, you need some water, cool. Throw my boxers on or something first.
Right.
No, see, and that's probably the most times that you would be like in a weird room naked, but like just like feels weird to open your fridge naked. You're like, I don't know,
I
something
don't want
wrong
air
about
it
it.
pube, like making its way
Maybe it
into
just-
the fridge,
the breeze
and then like
just pops
mating
it,
with
and it-
my fruits and
It
veggies.
floats onto
Nah, I'm
your
good on that.
your spring greens.
Yeah.
You're trying to have
Just
a
a little
salad
sprinkling.
the next day. Yeah.
Just a little sprinkle all the way from the bedroom to the kitchen.
Just for like a
quite a
yellow brick
sprinkle.
road of pubes going back to your fucking room.
What's the equivalent for crop dusting, but with pubes?
Pube dusting.
Yeah, I mean that's
Just a sprinkle, I guess. Sprinkle's
Yeah.
good. All right, so back to the question at hand.
The fucking pube fairies
Pube
going through the
fairies,
house.
yeah. There you go.
There you go.
like a flower girl just tossing out flowers, but they're fucking pubes.
It's a mini Oprah. Just you get a pube and you get a pube.
Look under your seat. Everyone gets a pube. Okay. That totally derailed.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's
But let's
okay.
reel it
That's
in.
okay.
What do you?
So I was trying to think. I couldn't. My dad and mom, they were pretty of their sound mind. Like they never really. They didn't give me too much advice, period. Like if I had a question and I went to them, they would answer my question, but it wasn't like on TV where my dad would sit me down and give me a life lesson and son. Well, I mean, sure, the little things like that, but like he was always a smart dude,
So he wasn't like my dad and at 13 sat you down and asked you, "Are you fucking yet?"
No,
Yeah,
no,
right.
he didn't even want to talk
Damn
to
it.
me about puberty, dude. Like his half-hearted attempt at like the puberty talk was brutal, brutal. Dude. I remember we were coming home. I was playing football at the time, and I started playing football when I was like 12. We were coming home from football practice, and he said something, and I was like, "Oh fuck, dude, he's gonna try and talk to me." Like I could feel it like coming on, and he's like, "So you're getting older," and I was like, "Yeah, yeah."
God, I'm already cringing for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. This is gonna be a fucking soundbite. I know it. This is gonna be whatever. This is gonna be a video fucking Friday morning. And he's like, "So, here we go. You got any hair on your pee-pee?" I swear to God, he said pee-pee. He said pee-pee. I'm a 12-year-old man, and he said
12-year-old.
pee-pee.
He was a full-grown adult with
And
a
I think-
mortgage.
I think I withered through the seat and passed away. And then
He looked like the marijuana commercials
I
just
laughed.
sunk into the chair.
I wish I could have. And I was like, no, Dad, I don't have hair on my pee-pee. And I think I did. I didn't want to have like a conversation with it. It wasn't like huge ball throw or anything, but like I was
Yeah,
hitting
a little
13. I was
sprout.
getting up there, and it was a weird time. It was a weird time. And the fact that he said pee-pee totally threw off that whole conversation. Like, I might have manned up and we might have had a talk if he said like penis.
Yeah,
Just penis or dick. Just call it a dick. It's fine. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm 12, Dad.
I'm a grown-ass
You
man.
don't have
at
to
12.
say pee-pee.
Nice.
And I guess that was the best advice he ever gave me, not to call my dick a pee-pee ever again. That was it.
Oh man,
Yeah,
that's
I brought
wild.
that around. I brought that full circle.
Yeah,
that
full
was,
circle.
Thanks, Dad.
I love it.
Thanks, Dad.
Meanwhile,
Appreciate
he's apparently
It's always my dick stories with my dad. Why is that? Why is that the
How
case?
many
say-
bad dick stories do you have?
I'll
I was gonna say
see what I can come up
apparently
with.
you
But
know
those,
he's asking you
those
about
two, the big pee-pee and the
Yeah,
that's probably why
the hug.
that was a callback to the big pee-pee Tom thing. That's why he's like, this will be funny. He'll get a laugh out of this, and I didn't. It was not funny. Not funny at all.
man. Oh, he's a treasure. He is a treasure.
I love you, Dad.
Oh man. Oh,
funny.
Colin, do you have one?
Oh, I feel like I had the same upbringing as Dave.
Mhm.
Like
So
my dad,
wasp.
kind of. My dad's like 75, Vietnam vet, doesn't fucking like talk about any of it. So he never gave me like a heart to heart. Like I remember my mom saying something to my dad about like giving me the talk when I was a kid,
Ooh.
but that was it. I never got
You
one.
never got- You're lucky. You are lucky, my friend.
Yeah.
Like, he gave
So-
me some good life lessons, but
It's wild. It's wild to me because, like, my dad had me at 16, so all advice that he gave me was just horrible.
my dad was like 40. No,
Yeah. It
30.
was the opposite ends.
30
Yeah,
something.
Yeah,
Because he's like 75 now.
yeah. Wild
It's
times.
wild.
Mm.
Well, you know, if they didn't give you bad advice,
that's
that's
good
a
then.
good
Yeah.
thing. That's
I
a
know.
good thing. How about you, Johnny? And you're the son of a preacher, man. So I probably
Yeah, so
that could
I
go
would
either way,
say-
really.
right, exactly. I would say for the most part, I would say my dad, both my parents were. My dad specifically was like a pretty wise dude, so a lot of my good stuff I've gotten from listening to his advice. So I would say a majority. Definitely good times. If I had to pick anything, though, I don't know that necessarily I would call it advice or something. From my dad, yeah, I guess it was kind of advice. Like he always talked about, like, again, going back to the preacher's kid thing, always talked about the end times, right? Like Jesus is coming right around the corner.
Yeah.
So yeah, the advice is like, you know, always be prepared for the end of the world.
The rapture?
That's
So
pretty wild
You're always
advice.
living life thinking that the rapture, everything in the news that happens is affecting the rapture happening
Yeah.
sometime in the next 6 months. So you're kind of always living life on the edge, right? And but it's not like you're living life like do whatever you want because the world is about to end. It's more like you better not fuck up because you're gonna end up in a fiery pit of hell.
Because Michael the Archangel's coming next week, and
Exactly.
you better be ready.
Yeah.
You better be ready.
Oh,
you see
man.
what happened in the news. It's all the prophecies, and you know it's all coming into fruition now, right? Everyone's gonna have to be vaccinated. You're gonna have to wear a mark of the beast to prove your vaccination record. It's all coming to fruition. You know,
Let's
50
ignore-
50 years later.
Let's ignore the other telltale signs throughout the years that it was coming at
Exactly. All
that
the other
time,
things.
and it never
Yeah,
came.
all the other days
This is
that
the
it was
real
supposed
one.
to happen. This one is the one, guys. This one is the one.
Yeah.
But no, I would say on the kind of lighter side, my mom, like I would say many Latino moms really believed in the magical powers of a thing we called vaporu, which is how you say vapor rub in Puerto Rican Spanish. Vaporu will fix anything.
Anything.
And it really
Broke
does
your
not
arm.
do anything.
Rub it on there.
Broke your arm. Oh, I see the bone. Let me rub a little vapor rub. Let's wrap that in a towel.
Right.
Little vapor, un poquito vaporub y una sopita. A little bit of
there you
soup
go.
and a little bit of
Vapor
soup.
rub and
That's
soup.
it. Yeah.
That's all you
Anything
need.
you have, get some vapor rub on you, make you some soup, go lay down.
You
You're
good.
fine.
Throw in some ginger ale, and that'd be my
Yeah.
grab.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
This game over. I can't even drink ginger ale because it makes me feel like I'm sick now. Because I swear to God, it disgusts me.
Pavlovian conditioning.
Yep.
Just, ooh,
Yep.
this is bad.
It would always be like if I had like a stomach bug or something, my grandma would be like, drink this ginger ale. And every time, Schweppes, I will vomit, dude. I will get sick. It's so gross. Can't do it.
I love
so
ginger
good.
ale.
It's so good.
Yeah, I
what
love
about
ginger
ginger beer?
Can't. I'm too afraid to try. I don't. Anything with ginger?
Oh, man. That's wild.
Yeah.
I love a good ginger beer.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're so good.
Ginger beer, ginger ale. I love it. It's good.
Yeah.
Good
Fucking
stuff.
weird. I don't know what to tell you.
I can't.
Yeah. No, yeah, that's wild. Oh, man. So parents, don't fuck your kids up. And I say that as a father of 3 that's probably fucking my kids up. All right.
Have you given
It's
any of
kind
your kids
a
bad
passage
advice that you can
a
think
rite
of?
passage.
Yeah.
Have you purposely given them bad advice? Just like wait till
Just
they
to
figure
see
this
if they
shit
follow
out.
it.
We're not there yet
All right.
because my oldest is 7. We're getting there to where I could really give her some shitty advice.
One of these days.
and then, and she'll take that on. But we're not quite there yet. I know I'm gonna have some really cool times with my son though. He just has that personality that I'm gonna fuck with him.
Promise that when you give him the talk, you say pee-pee.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna give him.
Perfect.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna say, hey, Uncle Dave wants to talk
Uncle
to you.
Dave wants to talk to you
Well, I
about
got a
your
surprise
pee-pee.
for you. He's waiting right outside. We're
Is that,
gonna bring him
an
in.
episode
Oh my
title?
God.
Episode title? Uncle Dave wants to talk to you about your pee-pee. We mark this. What time are we at?
Yeah, Uncle Dave's pee-pee talk.
Uncle Dave's pee-pee talk. Yes.
Episode
Oh,
66.6.
Oh man,
13-minute mark.
bruh, it's just cringeworthy, man.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I ever had that talk with my dad, like where he actually tried to tell me something constructive to help me with my life at that point. Literally at 13, he's asking me, fucking yet? I'm like, and you're 13,
Like he's
you don't know what to
disappointed, but when you say no.
You're like, yeah.
Not even, no, so you don't even know. So you're just like,
Come on.
yeah. Lying your ass off because you were not fucking at 13.
That's fair.
You'd be like, yeah, really? You ask your friend, is he? He's like, yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Knowing
him.
that I lied to him
I see
too. I lied to him too, Dad. What the fuck?
She goes to a different school.
Yeah, this girl in school that one time you let me leave for like an hour. I mean, it was plausible because like they never. I remember going to teen nights alone. Like they would just drop me off, and I'd go with my buddy to a teen night. We'll go to
Teen
a
nights.
party. Yeah, teen nights were the shit back in the day. And if you listen to the music that we were listening to at teen night, man, it was wild. It was a lot of that down south booty shaking music, talking about pop that pussy, pop pop. Yeah, that was all
Okay.
the music that we were listening to at teen night. And I remember going to a party. It was a house party. I had to be about 14. Came home. It was like 3 a.m. Thought I was going to get my ass whooped because we didn't have cell phones and shit. Came home, everyone's asleep. No one gave a fuck. And I was just like, all right, so I
that's
know how
how it
my
is.
life is going to
All
go. Cool. Like, all right, so free reign now. And then I was just
Nice.
out all the time. So it was
consequences.
yeah, it was pretty likely that he'd be like, "You fucking yet?"
He's probably fucking.
Yeah, he's probably. Oh yeah, he would. My dad gave me $5 for getting suspended for the first time.
For what?
I thought I was gonna get my
That's
ass
bad
beat.
advice.
I thought I was gonna get my ass beat.
It's fair.
I got suspended for throwing smoke bombs in the cafeteria.
Ooh, yeah.
Remember
that's
those?
Like a
Smell like
terrorism
rotten ass.
act, Yeah.
Not smoke bombs, stink bombs. That they smell like rotten eggs.
Oh, yeah.
So
Those
I
are
would
the
like crack it in the
Yeah.
lunchroom.
I stepped on one of those in the gym one time during an assembly. Someone threw it, and I just fucking cracked it and walked away, dude. It was brutal.
Well, someone snitched on me.
Yeah, that sucks.
Because I remember I got a pack from Locomotion back in the day off on Hudson.
Locomotion.
Yeah. And someone snitched on me, so I got suspended. I thought I was gonna get my ass beat, avoiding my dad and my mom and stuff. Got home, went straight to the bed, fell asleep. Got up, walk into him, and he's like, "Yo, I heard you. So I heard you got suspended." It's like, "Yeah." He goes, hands me $5 and says, "Because it's your first time, you do it again, you're getting your ass whooped." I was like,
that doesn't even make sense, though. Like, what?
I was like, all right. And I never got suspended again, but yeah.
That is the wildest thought process you're having.
Hey, yep, growing up walk. That's gonna be a TV show that I'm gonna write at some point.
Like the Young Rock?
Yeah, growing
Nice.
up walk. And it's gonna have all these wild ass stories of my childhood and growing up with a young father. That I don't even know how we all 8 of us are like normal people. I have no idea how, but we are. So kudos to that.
Kudos.
All right, so I think now is a good time to get the winner.
Let's do it.
You want to do the winner?
Ooh, winner, chicken dinner.
Winner, chicken dinner. All right, so what I did actually was I counted up everyone from Instagram who entered and followed all of the rules, as well as TikTok, because I ended up throwing it up on TikTok.
Nice.
So we got a few from there. So I assigned everyone a random number. Some people had a couple entries if they followed those rules and whatnot. So what we're going to do is I took those random numbers, I assigned them to the specific person, and we have a random generator here. I'm going to click it 3 times. The person on the 3rd time, that number is the winner. So I'm going to refresh this. Should I film it just so people would
I'll be the
believe that I did
I'll
it?
be the I.
I don't know. That makes me feel weird after watching Handmaids.
You might get pregnant.
I might.
You're watching too close.
Little inside Handmaid joke. All right, so first number, second number. No, see, that was wild because it was literally like 3, 2, 1.
That was, yeah.
I don't like that. Sorry. It literally said 3, 2, and then like
That's
1.
like a
I'm like,
countdown, yeah.
no, we're not doing that.
That's weird.
That's bullshit.
It's not very random.
Number
That's
one
right.
just
Our
got
random
robbed.
Numbers, right?
I mean, I guess. All right, this is it. No matter what happens.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3. So
Okay.
number 6. All
We got-
right,
Number 6.
number
Who's
6.
Number 6.
It's actually a girl. Her name is @Daddy Meme Master.
Ooh,
Won the box.
Daddy Meme Master.
Daddy Meme Master.
Daddy Meme Master. Congratulations.
I like it.
Congratulations, Daddy Meme Master, for winning this.
Slide
So
in Wax DMs if you want to get your championship.
slide in
box.
my DMs and
Dave's email.
the gift box is yours.
Dicks
And-
only. PPs only. PPs only, guys.
And
Sorry.
remember, when you slide in the DMs in the Insensitive Culture DMs, provide proof that you are over 21 because
Yes, please.
you have to be over 21 to win this. So,
That's fair.
all right. But congratulations to underscore daddy meme master
I don't
underscore.
want your address though. Don't send me like a photo of your whole license.
Nah, you ain't got to
Different
do all
your
that.
Address.
Yeah, you ain't got to do all that. Just give me the dates.
Mm-hmm.
If it's if you were born prior to the year 2000, you're golden. Right?
I like it.
Is that really what it is?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
We're in
it's
2021.
Oh yeah.
Isn't that wild?
If you grew up on iCarly, you might win this box. Is what that says.
Oh man, that's crazy. Yo, it's wild though, because I was working at the shop, the vape shop, and that was the biggest hassle. Was what year? And then
Oh yeah.
yeah, and then I remember the guys telling me like, yo, 2021 hit, so it's like as long as you were born before the year 2000. I was like, you're fucking right, actually. That's wild. I never even thought of that. It is sad.
Bitch.
Mm-hmm.
I look at my year, 83, and I feel old as fuck. Imagine you're old as shit.
Yeah.
Harsh.
It's got the
Nah, we're
shades
still
on.
young.
It's like Weekend at Bernie's.
It is like Weekend at Bernie's.
Am I paying attention?
He's the old guy at the club
to the
with the
old
shades
talk.
on. That was one thing I never understood with like hood shit. Everybody goes to the
At the club
nightclub.
with the shades on.
At the club with the shades on. They still do it. They still do it.
I'm sure. Well, they don't want
Sunglasses
you to
at
see what
night.
they're looking at.
Right.
I guess.
I guess. I tried to do it one time when I had lost weight the first time. I thought I was really cool. I had bought some shades. I was like, well, I see everybody else doing it. I'm going to do it. I walked right up. They were like, no shades on in the club. Fuck, all right. That was the last
You just
time I
got
tried to bring
played?
it right back up.
I thought there was gonna be a story about how you were in the club, but you couldn't see shit, and dude's just like, nah,
Nope.
don't come in here.
Nah,
You're like,
dude.
all right.
Bouncer right up front was just like, yo, no shades in the club. Take those off. It was like, all right, so I guess this was a
Shades
very
off.
short-lived trend
Shades
for
off.
me. They never let me do it. Fuck it. All right.
If you had money, if you came in there flexing, they'd be like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Or if you were really bad.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right. If
Yeah.
you were
Like
like,
he goes in,
your,
there's 20 dudes with shades. He's like, motherfucker.
your Sub-Zero
generally
costume.
how it is.
If you were in your Sub-Zero costume, they would have let you in with the shades on.
Because they knew I would have fucked them up.
For real.
Exactly.
Facts. Yeah.
At Ling Kuei,
What is I had a question too that Rocco posted, and I thought it was just a good one, but this may take too much thinking.
we don't like
you know
that
what I mean.
here at Insensitive Culture. We don't.
Not even that. It's just like you really have to
No
you
deep
really have
thoughts.
to narrow down your movies. But
Yeah.
what was like a really good casting in a shitty movie? So like an example that he put up was Kelsey Grammer as Beast.
I thought you meant like an entire cast, like a
No.
the
There was
cast
like
is fire,
it was just
but-
like a cast, like one person who's just fire, but the movie was trash.
Yeah, but I liked X-Men.
I liked X-Men too, but still,
Like
A lot of that
original
casting was good, though.
yeah.
Patrick Stewart, Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Oh, I enjoyed him. I'm talking about Rocco, but I just had to use
All right. You're right. You're right.
I had to use an example of some sort. My thought was, what is his name? Who played Magneto in the newer ones? I always forget. Fassbender in Assassin's Creed, because he's a good actor. You would imagine that is like prime casting, which it was. But the movie was just shitty. It was a stupid movie. No one cared about it. No one watched it. It was just a shitty. It was a good casting in a shitty movie.
I can see that.
I'd probably have to say Al Pacino and Geely too, because we all knew what
That's,
happened
yeah,
there.
we touched on that.
We didn't see it, but we're automatically giving him the good casting in a shitty movie.
Yeah, for sure. That's brutal.
See what I'm saying? Too much thinking.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of
You
thinking.
might.
It's a lot of thinking.
Y'all made fun of me, but it's you really have to go through like your movies
Mm-hmm.
with these
I got
with
one.
these good actors.
What do you got?
Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian in Solo, Star Wars story.
You think that Solo was a shitty movie?
I think it was not the. It's probably the only above a Phantom Menace on the list of Star Wars movies.
I buy that. It was pretty weak.
I thought it wasn't bad. Maybe because
It wasn't
I didn't.
terrible, but on the list of Star Wars
Yeah,
movies,
you're right. It's pretty low on that list. Yeah,
it's low.
So the actor kills the role still.
yeah.
but the
actors was
movie's
great.
shitty.
Yeah,
Okay. I had it a different way.
I'm just trying to think
in
of
my head.
movies that I think are shitty now.
Right. And I'm like,
There's
who's
a
in
lot.
that I can pick out?
yeah. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shitty movies out there.
Yeah,
And
but I
just
never
good
remember
actors
them.
in
That's
shitty
true.
movies.
That's true. We could revisit this.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Fuck.
Do we have one? It's tough when you're on the spot.
No, I'm trying to remember who the actor was that was good in it.
What was the movie?
Dreamcatcher.
Oh,
Based on the
Ooh,
Stephen
that
King.
sounds familiar.
Donnie Wahlberg.
Oh, it's-
No, there's a bunch of dudes in that movie, and it's just a fever dream. None of it makes any sense.
Mhm.
Batshit crazy, but like that main. Fuck, there's a couple dudes that actually knock it out of the park. Jason Lee is in that movie. Tom Jane's in that movie.
Mm.
Tom Sizemore has like a role as a general. Movie's just a fever dream.
The main dude. No, you said Thomas Jane.
Timothy Oliphant, Donnie Wahlberg, Damian Lewis.
Timothy Olyphant?
Like that cast rips.
Damian Lewis, I would think.
I
The
think.
redhead dude.
Yeah,
From,
because he ends
Homeland?
up doing a couple. It's about aliens, so he's bouncing back and forth between talking like an alien, talking like a human. Like he's doing a good job, but the movie's just fucking bonkers.
Yeah, the movie that movie I remember being fucking.
I remember watching that
Really
movie.
wild.
We had HBO. It was like one of those summer free trials, and I was like 15 or 16, so I was just high every day, and it was always on at like 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah,
So I saw that movie like 20 times, and I watched it again as an adult. I'm like, oh no, this actually is lunacy.
yeah, for sure. I think you would be talking about Damian Lewis because he's a good actor. He is a good. He was in Homeland. I think he's in Billions.
Yeah. Yeah. Damian Lewis is really
Yeah, he's a really good actor. Another one for me, another shitty movie that apparently I'm in the minority here, but I would say Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn in Harley Quinn and whatever the fuck they named that long ass movie.
Birds of Prey.
Yeah,
he gives a short ass title. He's like, "Oh, that one, Birds of Prey."
yeah, Birds of
3
Prey.
words.
And,
That 3-word title. You
Emancipation.
had star title.
No, it
It's
was
like
Birds of Prey and the
the
Emancipation
Emancipation.
something.
I know.
Yeah.
I
That
will
movie was
change
shit.
my answer right now. I will infuriate every one of your listeners.
Let's do it.
Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street.
You know, The Wolf
I
of Wall Street was a
hate that movie.
That is a
Really?
wild take.
It's nothing happens. There's no stakes. It's just a Martin Scorsese drug comedy, and then the SEC shows up, and you're like, I don't even understand why what he did was illegal. Like,
That's fair.
there's no stakes, and all of a sudden he's like, oh, I'm busted now.
I still enjoy the ride of
It's
Wolf of Wall
fun.
Street.
Yeah,
I
It's
can't call
fun.
it a shitty movie.
I
But
just
I'd say
watch
the,
it and
the
I'm like,
plot
They
meanders
didn't get
for
into
sure.
like the Big Short level of detail.
Right.
Any
Yeah.
level of detail.
Any level of that's true.
The best part of that movie is when he's crawling to the car.
I was gonna say the Quaaludes, yeah.
Right. Real funny. It's just
everything-
Martin Scorsese wanting to write Half Baked.
yeah. I guess a better version of Half Baked, but well, yeah.
I don't know. So I actually thought of one, and this was a movie that I wanted
That is a
to
wild
I
take.
wanted to love. It had everything about it. I love Paul Thomas Anderson.
It's my boy.
I love There Will Be Blood.
I'm going to have to fight you.
The Master.
I've never seen it.
The Master, I didn't like. I mean, the casting, the fucking Joaquin Phoenix and Philip Seymour Hoffman, dude. Like,
Oh,
I think
yes, this is
everything was there,
the,
dude. I
the
wanted to
story
love
of
that.
L. Ron Hubbard or some shit.
Yeah. I wanted to love that
I never
movie.
got around to seeing it.
I wanted to love it so much, and I couldn't. I watched it, I think twice. I watched it a second time to be like, okay, Dave, let's do this again.
Yeah, maybe you're being a
And
little too.
I couldn't get
I
into
can't-
it. I
I
could
can't
not,
see
I could
myself
not
getting
do
into
it.
that
How do you
either.
feel about The Master? I know you
I
love
remember
Paul
being
Thomas
underwhelmed.
Anderson.
Oh, I fucking love Paul Thomas.
I know, same.
Boogie Nights,
yeah,
Magnolia.
absolutely.
Even like Inherent Vice was solid.
Mm-hmm.
I still think There Will Be Blood should have beaten No Country for Old Men.
Absolutely. It should have.
Hands down.
Never
Without
seen
a
it.
doubt.
I've never
Agreed.
seen it.
I was underwhelmed by The Master. I watched it probably when it came out, but I
Yeah.
haven't seen it since.
And I remember getting into a fight with like a kid in a film class that I was in at Brockport, and the teacher actually agreed with me that like it was not as good as this kid was making it seem, and like I just remember being very disappointed by
Some
that,
people just
that movie.
there are just some movies that certain people get, and the rest of us are like, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
Mm-hmm.
And that is okay. A lot of these
And that
movies, and that is okay. But I'm not watching. I probably will never watch that movie anyway.
Mr. Walk's Neighborhood.
I'd
I'm
watch
trying to turn over a new
Watch
leaf,
that shit.
guys. Okay.
Sounds like it. Did you
Yeah.
do a Delta 8 before you started the show? You're mad.
No.
You're giving everybody a slide.
That's true. No, man, I'm just feeling good. I'm just feeling good nowadays.
All right.
I like it.
A little more,
I like
a
it.
little more energetic, a little bit more amped up for life.
There you go.
I like it.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good way to be. And I thought I could have sworn I'm like missing one. With Jared Leto, because I'm sure he was amazingly cast in the movie. Oh shit!
What?
I'm looking at his stuff, and very randomly, do I see announced an untitled Joker Harley Quinn project?
Jared Leto played Mark David Chapman in that movie about the assassination of Lenin. He was good, like in that role,
He's
but that was
generally
shitty. That
good
was
in
a
a lot
shitty
of
ass
movies,
movie
That HBO one, he was real good. He was real creepy.
where he gained all the weight.
Yeah.
yeah.
But that
Except
movie
that
was real,
that was
like-
old as fuck though. That movie was like 6-7 years, even though it just hit HBO.
wow.
That movie is not new.
The one with Denzel?
Oh no!
Yeah, I saw that one. That one
The
was
Little
that one was-
Things?
No,
yeah,
the
Even
Little
that
Things.
one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I wanted
you're
to
dead
see that.
ass. He was good in it. Everybody else was shit.
I was just like,
Yeah.
really?
Wait, Denzel was good or Denzel was shit?
no,
I mean,
no,
Denzel
no.
was fine.
Jared
I was
Leto.
just
Denzel was fine. I mean, he's just Denzel, but it wasn't.
Yeah, there wasn't
impactful at all,
much.
his
Right.
performance.
Yeah, there wasn't much. It's
story
still
was
worth a
just-
watch.
A shitty story.
Yeah, it was still worth a watch if you want to watch it.
I wanted
Jared
to
Leto
see
did,
it.
did great
It
though.
got pulled off of HBO. Did they put it back on?
No, I think it was one of those movies that were supposed to hit theater.
Yeah, it was a 30-day window.
So you get 30 days.
Aw.
I also
So that
went
just
in,
means it's on torrent. So
I went in expecting like 7.
Right.
Like the way everything was
I was
talking, they were
too.
like,
You
this
can't
movie's
go
gonna
into any movie
crush.
expecting 7, though, dude. That's a tall order.
I
I
was
mean-
expecting the same shit though.
I was
That's
expecting
why
it
you
to
were
be
disappointed.
real.
If you were expecting 7, I haven't even seen the movie, and I know you're disappointed already because 7 was fire. 7's fucking
Yeah,
dope.
7 is-
fire.
David Fincher.
David Fincher.
It was definitely
7 is
not
great.
It's definitely not. It was not. It was like a 4.5, maybe.
that.
Oh man,
On a good day.
on a good day. On a good day. All right, so actually we could talk since we're talking about like what was good, what was not.
Hollywood.
Did we? Yeah, we could get into some Hollywood.
Seamless segue.
Yeah. Actually, since we're in Hollywood, let's get it out of the way, man. I want to say rest in peace to Paul Mooney, a legend in the comedic world, man. He did so much.
I only knew him, and I'm embarrassed to say, like, I really only knew him from Chappelle's Show. Like when they would do those sketches, like was he like a stand-up guy? Like what else
Yeah,
did
he was
he?
a big stand-up.
He was a big stand-up guy. You said you never heard his
I mean,
stuff?
I think I was introduced to him through Chappelle's Show, but then eventually YouTube came around, and I seen other stand-ups that he's done in the past.
Yeah, he was a comedian, but he's mainly he was famous because he wrote for Richard Pryor back in the day.
Gotcha.
And I want to say that he wrote for all the greats, really, like Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock. Like he's worked with anyone black that had like memorable stand-up shows.
Mhm.
He helped write that. Obviously, he helped with the Chappelle Show.
Mm-hmm.
He has a lot. If you look him up, like his accolades are just nonstop. But he was great. We just remember him as what was his segment on
That's all I remember. It's just
Ask a
him.
Black Guy or some shit
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. But that was all his shit. Like people would just get up and walk out of his shows because he was just straight up just speaking the truth.
Yeah.
And that was like the question that most people ask, like, how are you walking up from this show? Like, do you not know what Paul Mooney is about?
Right,
like, why are you even here if you don't, if
Right.
you don't know? But in those cases, I'm thinking it was just like random people, just like, oh, let's catch a show.
Right. Atlantic
and
City or something, drunk. Like, let's get this show and then we'll get dinner.
Surprisingly, my my fiance Jillian, milady, she was.
You haven't dropped a milady
I
on us in a
haven't
while.
in a while.
Yeah,
I haven't in a while.
Thank you.
Ex-girlfriend, current fiance.
That's true. Ex-girlfriend, current fiance. She was actually like, it surprised me that she was actually a Paul Mooney fan. She loves like his stand-ups and stuff.
Wow, your girl's seen more Paul Mooney than I've seen?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right. I'm
She's
sorry,
seen more
guys.
than you and me put together.
Yeah. So we're
That's
replacing
insane.
Dave with Jillian. So.
Let her know about the cough button.
Next week on Insensitive Culture.
Every other week she gets
Oh, man.
beers. She'll get the routine down.
Very easy. You're easily replaced, apparently, Dave.
Oh,
You're not replacing this pee-pee.
Switch to that Ash every night.
Nice callback. I love it.
I'm going to keep doing that every 15 minutes, by the way.
Get the free laughs.
That's actually probably more of a soundbite. You're not replacing this PP.
We'll see that in a couple months.
Well, you will. I'm gonna do that one tonight.
That's going to be the first one, just out of spite.
But all right. So rest in peace, Paul Mooney. But in Hollywood talk, I really wanted to ask you what you thought of the Eternals trailer.
ooh.
You didn't
I
watch it?
didn't watch the Eternals trailer, no.
Oh man, it's wild.
I'm still like, nah. I'm the Eternal. I know I haven't
That's
watched
why
the
I
trailer.
wanted you
yeah,
to,
no,
to see the trailer to see.
Trailer.
No,
Just the
and-
thought of it, the cast of it, jacked Kumail and Johnny. I don't know. It just weirds me out, dude.
I wanted your take because a lot of what people were thinking about that trailer is that it seems very boring. Some people are really excited about it. The people who know the backstory to the Eternals. But you know, it was it's a teaser trailer. So for me personally, I don't put a lot of stakes in a teaser trailer. If there's something lacking, I give it the excuse of it's a teaser trailer. If I see something that spikes my interest, then I'm like, oh, dope. And that's only the teaser trailer. You know what I mean? Because we didn't
So
really
either
see.
way, a teaser is a good thing.
A teaser is literally
Just a
that.
little
It's just a little tickle. A little, yeah, just not even a full cup. It's just a little
A nut,
tingle,
a
yeah.
graze. It's a
yep,
ball
a little
graze.
on your nutsack.
You know more could come.
No full tingles, you know. But you know, it does. I'm still excited for it, mainly because it's new. It's a new adventure in the Marvel universe, and I think back to what Matt said from the fruit stand.
Mm-hmm.
He said, after these 10, like I had 10 years of Marvel, and I love everything that happened up to Endgame. It's great. That 10-year mark, like that movie right there, like it was everything I wanted it to be, gave me all of the emotions and everything. I'm good. Like, even if they cap out there, I'm good. Anything else that's good that comes from this point on is a bonus.
You don't think they could tank the Marvel universe
But that's
because they already fucked in the last phase?
no, it's not necessarily that they can't tank. My question is do you think, I wanted you to, I thought you saw the trailer, so I
Teaser?
wanted
It's only
you
what,
to
30 seconds? Let me watch it real quick.
No, it was a couple minutes. It's like 2
That's
minutes
not a
long,
teaser.
right?
I thought a teaser was supposed to be like 30 seconds. Like,
No,
doesn't
it was
even
like 2
show
minutes.
shit. Like,
It's
it's just
not
like
really a teaser.
title
I don't
card.
consider it a teaser.
That's
It's
what
much
they're
more than a
considering
teaser.
it.
It's not giving you the full story. That's the only reason.
It doesn't give
that
you any real story,
It's
though.
not the full trailer, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure the full official trailer will go top to bottom and will reveal way too much of the actual film, like they usually do. But this was the teaser trailer because it's their first trailer. But it was like 2 minutes long. There was a lot of footage in there.
There was a lot of footage, and but a lot of people found it to be boring. So I wanted to know what your expectations are for the future of Marvel, because of this. Because
For the,
Like, I was-
for the future of Marvel based on that?
Based on
no,
the
I'm just
Eternals
saying in
teaser
general.
trailer.
Just, come on, man. We're trying to have a conversation on this, like, not just the Eternals. I'm talking about what you've seen so far, what we know that has been announced with this teaser trailer for movie that we have no idea really what it's about, other than that
Right.
they're like, what are they, like, they're gods of some sort, or
Something
Some
like
sort of
that.
alien or
Some sort of
something?
celestial, I think it is.
yeah, like celestial beings. But even like with all of that, everything that we've seen so far that is supposed to be coming up, are you excited for Marvel?
Yeah. I'm still hyped. There's still mad shit coming out.
I'm mainly the ones that I'm mainly excited about are the characters that we've already seen. Like, cause like even with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, it was a good ride for me. Like it was
fun.
It was fun. It was like whatever, you know. But even then, I'm not putting a whole lot on these
I
movies.
think
Like people getting passionate about it.
I think you're fucking up.
Huh?
I think you're fucking up. So
No, let's hear it.
that first Thor movie,
Mhm.
you're like, all right. That first Captain America,
Mhm.
like they're good,
Yeah.
but it took a little bit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Kevin Feige has like 10 years of Marvel just on his office wall that he's overseeing and picking, and it's like Russell
Chart.
Crowe in A Beautiful Mind. Just he's got it out.
Yeah.
And I trust that level of like vision.
Mm-hmm. That he's writing it out.
It's Scorsese or Paul Thomas Anderson. It's that
Unless
singular,
it's the
like,
master.
I have the roadmap.
Yeah.
I know where we're going. I know we're going to take us there.
Mm-hmm.
As far as watching a trailer, I'm going to watch the movie. So
Yeah, I'm gonna watch the movie too. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I'm not excited about it. I'm not saying that I'm not looking forward to the movies coming out. The main ones that I am particularly excited about are like the Spider-Man, the
Doctor
new
Strange.
Thor, the new Doctor Strange. Those are
The
the ones
characters
that
that
just
we
'cause-
know.
Yeah, the
Right,
characters that we
that's
know.
exactly what I was
familiar
gonna
with.
say. These
Right.
are familiar characters.
Right.
So
Right.
Of course, you're gonna get nobody, like not nobody, but very few people are familiar with who the fuck the Eternals are. So why are you gonna get hype of it?
I wasn't
if you don't
even
know the story.
I wasn't even really into Iron Man. I knew him from the comics, like I've heard of his name, but I wasn't
Sure,
even
but
really
you
into it
weren't
when the
hyped for
first movie came out.
either.
Right.
Right.
You weren't hyped for the first movie when it came out, but after it came out, you got hyped for the rest of what was coming, especially as they started leading into it with the post-credit scene, and you meet Nick Cage, and you probably had no idea who the fuck Nick Cage was. I didn't know who the fuck Nick Cage was.
We've
at
all
the end of
known
the
He
first
stole
Iron
the
Man.
Declaration of
But
Independence.
then I looked into it,
And
learned
he had
the
a
whole
face-off with John Travolta.
He did.
in the 1900s.
Nick Fury.
Nick Fury is the
Yeah,
name
that's
here.
what I mean.
My bad for cutting you off. We had to get on you for that.
I always confuse Sam Jackson and Nick Cage too. It's fine.
Same.
No, I get what you're saying. I get
but
what you're
yeah.
saying though. I personally, it's not my argument. I'm just hearing it from so many people
Sure.
that they're a lot of people are like jaded where it's going, but I'm in it for the ride. I'm not thinking too much of it, honestly.
Well, and they're the same people that weren't hyped about Doctor Strange or Guardians of the Galaxy. Those are new characters to most of us that aren't deep into comic books, and those movies fucking ripped.
Yeah. Yep. They were. And so I don't know. I'm still in it for the ride. Like I said, like I told people, I'm not putting all of my eggs in one basket when it comes to any of these movies. Like the ones I'm excited for are the characters that I'm excited for. The new ones that are coming out, am I writing them off before they drop? No, I am not.
No.
The Shang-Chi looks pretty dope. Really, from the trailer, all I'm judging on it is, am I watching this at home, or am I or would I pay for a movie ticket?
See, Feige gets the benefit of the doubt from me. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing I'm writing off where I could see a DC trailer and be like, I'll probably never watch that
Never
bullshit
watch that
ever.
shit,
Like, the
Still
previous
haven't
phase.
watched Shazam.
I have not.
That's true. That's true, and that was a good one. That was a
The
good one.
previous phase gives Feige a pass for
A law.
whatever's coming next.
Yeah.
And I will give them all a chance. I will watch them all. Hell, I'll probably watch them all in the theater, even though I'm not a big theater guy. Like, I will be all in until I have a reason not to be.
Right. All I say on this subject is, again, I'm just not putting my expectations to be wild with every single movie, because I think that's what it really is like, we're used to Marvel and we forget like all of the movies, like the point you made leading up to maybe like that second Captain America, where everything like really ramped up. Like we got a lot of introduction movies
and a lot of everything post Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They all seem like Avengers movies.
Right.
Was what
After
it felt
that
like to
first
me.
Avengers, like
shit just started
Thor
ramping
2
up.
is not very good.
No.
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
But it's really that universe had to get built.
Mm-hmm.
And they're in that stage now because they did pretty much a big kind of cap.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're going to start a new 10-year arc.
Yeah.
And we're judging Act 1 by Endgame? That's insane.
You know,
Right.
and one of the things that it raised a good question for me in that Eternals trailer, though, because Selma Hayek is saying something about
Salma Hayek can say it
for
if she
years
Oh, that how
we've
we didn't.
yeah, and we never interfered until now. It's like that was the best point that I heard someone say, is like, yeah, so half of the universe was wiped out by Thanos, and you didn't think that was important enough for you to interfere at that point. But whatever's coming right now,
Got to be big.
it's huge enough
be
that you were
big.
going to interfere.
big.
So that is that was a good point, because like I
mean,
would have
that's
thought that
the
they would have
retcon.
interfered there. Huh?
Yeah, that's the retcon that they're gonna do there, right? And try to figure out a way to explain why they didn't show up until now.
Better be
That's
good.
true.
Same
That's true.
thing with
I really want to hear that.
in Loki, right? How are they gonna explain the time police not showing up when the Avengers went fucking back in time, or when fucking Thanos reversed time for 30 seconds and freaking crushed the Mind Stone from what's his name?
Vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vision. All of that shit, right? They're gonna. I'm hoping they're gonna try to write that shit out somehow.
I don't think so. I think that's the shit that we've already accepted, and they're moving on.
Y'all are not used to comic books.
Yeah,
Just
no.
doing whatever they want.
Oh, yeah,
anytime.
I think
Right.
that's why I don't fuck with them. Like, it's so wild. Comic books are so wild.
They're all like, every series is like a different
Universe.
a
and,
different
yeah.
universe, right? Where anything can happen in that one. You don't fucking know. It's too
Right.
much.
Easiest writing job
It's
ever.
too much, man. It is. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's a new universe. Fuck off.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, you can start from scratch.
Hell yeah.
We know who Batman is. We know his traits. This world, he fucks. He's gonna blow some shit up. He doesn't care about
What if
anyone.
he was old?
Cool.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Let's make him
Anyway.
the Joker. Let's make the Joker Batman. Fuck is going on?
That did happen.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's wild.
The Batman
It's
who
wild.
laughs. So we might as well talk about this too. It looks like Disney may be in the runnings to acquire DC, or at least they have the option to, right? Or at least that's what they're talking about. So
Is it all of DC?
it has something to do
I think it's
with
Warner Brothers. They're saying
Yeah.
because AT&T got rid of Warner Brothers. The way that one of the largest shareholders in, I think Warner Brothers are in Discovery. No, the largest shareholder in Discovery, some guy John Malone. He's like a huge billionaire cable mogul guy. The way that he structured it to allow Discovery to acquire Warner Brothers or Warner Media allows them to sell themselves or be acquired within the next 10 years. So everyone's saying they're going to put themselves up for sale soon. And Disney would be this article is basically saying Disney would be a great acquisition for them to acquire Warner Media and like maybe do something with that. I don't think personally that Disney would be the one to do so. I think that would be, I don't know, like an Amazon or an Apple, if anyone. But
Or Netflix. Netflix could do it too.
Possibly. I don't know. Netflix is a little more like the rogue independent. Right?
Yeah,
And
I don't
they,
see them that focused on
I don't know about
something like DC.
Have they ever acquired a studio or anything like that? I don't think they have, right?
I don't know. I don't think
Done
so. But
everything by
the
hand.
reason, the
just
only real reason why
hiring
I think that
talent.
they would want to make a move like that possibly is because
Feel the
since
pressure.
they feel the pressure, since they lost all of the rights to a bunch of different studios once everyone started making their own apps.
Yeah.
So now the biggest complaint, even though everyone still has Netflix, they're still
Sure.
the top.
Yeah.
The biggest complaint is that there's not enough content on there anymore. Like you know what I mean?
It's all originals.
Yeah, it's all originals. Or I think now, who was it that now they struck a deal with? I think it was Sony.
Sony.
Yeah, they struck a deal with Sony so that they have the exclusive rights for a time period right after they release in theaters. So that was a huge one. But they're also they're jumping into like these type of deals that would solidify subscribers because of that rush
Yeah,
that
they're
everyone.
losing subscribers. Well, I don't know. Yeah, they're losing like a little bit of subscribers.
Right.
And HBO Max is fucking zooming.
Yeah, soaring,
Like, they
yeah.
actually,
Crushing.
Mhm.
yeah.
They deserve it.
Right?
They
If I had to
should,
keep
yeah.
two, it would be HBO and Hulu.
Really?
I think those are the two best
Oh,
ones
you
right
would
now.
dump Netflix.
I would dump-
I can't dump Netflix.
What's on
Yeah, I wouldn't be
Netflix?
able to dump Netflix.
It's not what's on there now. It's the shit that they do drop when they drop it. Like everything isn't hitting on Netflix now. 90% of the time I go on Netflix and if I don't see something within 5 minutes,
You're
I'm
off
gonna
it?
hop off. But like when I do see something, it's like, oh fuck, I'm about to watch this. Like Extraction and those
But after
stupid
you
bullshit.
watch it, are you like, oh, fuck, I'm so glad I watched that? Are you more like, because for me, I feel like Netflix is king of B-plus movies. Like, they have some dope shit that has, like, they throw mad money at it. It's big budget, but it's not always the
It's not
most
like a
amazing
biggest
story.
blockbuster.
Yeah, and you watch it and you're like, okay, that was cool.
Like what was that
But
Jamie
it was
Foxx
like,
one?
that wasn't great, you know. Like I saw like Stowaway recently. It was cool, but it wasn't mind blowing. You know what I mean? For the amount of money that they've probably thrown at it, budget wise, I feel like they're crushing on a level that I wouldn't want to get rid of Netflix because I enjoy those types of movies. That's something I could watch quick and not feel that it's like a. Like I'm going to like an experience, like a movie or like a movie theater. But
even their back catalog is great. Like of the movies,
There's
the
just
movies
a lot
from
of
back
shit.
in the
Yeah,
day.
there's just a lot of shit that I've
that you would
seen.
rewatch.
Like shit that I would rewatch
they
in a
have it.
heartbeat.
Oh, yeah.
but
right,
those
if they
things
have it, but they
could
have
always
a
be
majority of
lost.
those. They have a lot of that. So
does HBO.
No,
But they might
HBO
not
has
have it
a
6 months
fire
from
back
now.
catalog.
That's true. I mean, but that's with every app. They remove shit. They
Nah, the
add
shit
shit.
that most of the shit that HBO has is made by Warner Brothers, so that shit is never going away.
Unless
There
they
are
sell.
things that they have licensed, but there are things that are just Warner Studios and all their conglomerates and shit like that.
The
Just like with the
Netflix
Paramount Plus and fucking all these streaming apps.
Netflix TV shows, I feel like, are why I have Netflix. Like Stranger Things, Ozark.
Yeah.
Shows like that where they're putting out the fire content, and it's going to
yeah.
keep going.
Yeah.
For kids
And
too.
yeah, absolutely. I don't have them, but I've seen the selection that they have in their Netflix kids section.
fucking love
Mouth.
Netflix.
Yeah, they're original cartoons, but even like the documentaries, like The Toys That Made Us. If you've ever watched that, or
Those
like
are
just
good, yeah.
80s toys, the movies that made us, like all kinds of like documentary style content that Netflix also puts out that's made by Netflix, dude. Like I can't do without that shit. But I would have to Hulu, Netflix, and HBO Max are 3 that I do not see myself canceling. But then again, I use somebody else's HBO Max, so
See,
if that
for
got
me-
changed, I would probably buy
What
it.
are you
I would,
actually canceling at that point?
I would pony up the dough for the HBO Max if
Terminating
that
friendships?
password got changed.
See, for me, like when I'm searching through these platforms, I always go to Netflix first, see what they have. I go to HBO Max, Hulu. Hulu, I never just randomly search through
No.
Hulu. Same thing with Amazon
either.
Prime. Like
don't.
if I go to Hulu or Amazon Prime,
You're searching for something.
I know specifically that a show that I want to watch that I've heard was good is on that app. I've tried going through Hulu, if anything. Like I've tried going through their shit, and it's just like
Dude, after you get through the first page of movies, it's B movie trash. On
It's either
Hulu,
B
dude.
movie
They
trash
have
or
all
it's
those series.
TV
They
shows.
do.
Yeah,
That's
just
the
TV
thing.
shows.
They
that,
pick
like,
up the slack in the TV department for sure.
That's where Bob's Burgers is. Like fucking all
Yeah.
of it.
right.
Like it's all
And
those
live
things.
content airs the next day on Hulu. Also,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
yep,
that's
yep,
also huge.
A lot of
for
it,
Hulu.
yeah.
Which Dave is coming out, I think next month.
Yeah. June,
that's a
June
nice.
something.
Yeah, that's coming out next month. Can't wait for
They
that.
have all the FX stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's why they get Dave on there.
Yeah, their movies
Snowfall,
aren't
too.
great, but
Snowfall
Fire.
too. Gotta get that Snowfall plug.
Mhm.
I'm gonna be watching Snowfall. I
Those
feel
are the
bad.
only
I'm gonna
shows
start
we're
Movies
watching
aren't
that.
so
I'm gonna start
great,
watching
but they
Snowfall.
do have all
TV
the
shows.
shows.
Yeah,
They do.
Yep. Because I was watching, what was it? The Wu-Tang. I actually got into that one. That one's, the acting is questionable by some people, but it was dope to watch a show about Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
And the storyline
Yeah, that
was
was-
actually
that was
really
dope.
good.
There's not a,
Yeah.
there's not
I
a
know,
ton
I enjoyed
of
it.
Hulu
I'm not talking
originals
shit
that
about
are
it, but-
winners, right? That are
Not
big
really.
wins.
No.
Not Hulu originals.
Handmaid's Tale.
That's
Oh,
like
that's
that's
it,
the
yeah.
only one I can really think of out of
That's
the
the
top
only
of
one.
my head.
Yeah. Yep. But my whole thing on going back to DC, like I don't care who acquires them. I just hope they put together the right team. I don't know who that would be. I would hope that HBO takes it, because if HBO gets its hands on DC and they purchase it, they'll do well with creating dark, like that the dark ambiance that DC is known for. Other than that, like I don't know if Disney would do that justice.
They
even
need
if
their
they
guy. This has been my opinion
They
about
need a
these
guy, yeah.
DC movies for a while. Is you need a guy.
Mhm.
You need the Kevin Feige.
You do.
I think it's Paul Dini, the guy that did the Batman animated series. He created Harley Quinn. He wrote all those games,
Yeah.
the
Arkham
Arkham
Asylum
games.
and
He
shit.
wrote
Yeah.
all those games.
Yeah, they need their Filoni.
They're Filoni. That's what I'm saying. They
Kevin
need
Feige, their Filoni for
Yep.
Star Wars.
They need their guy that's
Yep.
gonna walk in and say, "No, this is what we're doing. This is here's the plan," and
The
then
biggest-
let him put the pieces in place.
I hear that with DC, the biggest thing is Warner Brothers. Like they just every single time that something tanks, they just want to
Yeah,
scrap
the
it
studio fucks
and
it
start
up.
over, and they don't give anyone a chance to.
Except
Fuck up.
Zack Snyder, because he made 300 apparently.
Well, no, but even then,
But they
they don't want
he
him
left
to.
because he was fighting with them.
Yeah, he doesn't. They don't want him to continue that. Even with the success of the Snyder
Do you
Cut,
want him to?
Hell
I mean,
yeah,
I
we
want,
want
yeah,
him to.
I do. After the Snyder
Jesus.
Cut, definitely even more so. But it's just like you said, right? You have your Kevin Feige. He laid out a plan for Marvel. Everything wasn't the best at first, but things got ironed out. Things developed in time. And yeah, they had a couple trash things, but everything just got better, and then they picked it up. There's no way that they're going to complete that by scrapping it, starting a whole new series, and then once that shit starts to tank again, oh, well, we're just going to scrap that again. Let's
You're
start
not wrong.
over.
I have a hard time buying that Zack Snyder's that guy.
I don't know if Zack Snyder is that. I don't think he is that
Yeah,
guy,
I
but
don't-
he was the guy that they
said, "Here you go."
They allowed him to do that, but that's already started. But because that was already started, that's the only reason why people
All right,
want him
all
to
right.
finish it. But I
can get behind
agree
that.
that even if we are starting over, find that guy. Find that fucking guy who is like a diehard DC nut that just knows everything can lay out the plan and let that man do what he fucking does.
Let
Right.
that man do
Let
what
that
he
man do what he does.
Let him
Stop
do what he
fighting
do.
these people on their
do what he do.
creativity.
Do what he do.
Because obviously the people behind, like the people that are running the shots, don't know shit.
Warner Brothers. The Warner Brothers, they don't know shit.
And the Warner sister.
Right.
Yeah.
Is that Dot? Yeah. Yakko and Wacko.
Hello, nurse. You watch that shit?
No, I haven't watched
I
the new
don't think
shit.
I-
I'm
I
gonna.
saw
I
the
will.
first
I will.
episode.
I didn't
I
either.
think I watched
And
the
I was
first episode.
like-
That was it.
I can't do this.
Is
This
it going to be when
not
I
what
try
It's
to
exactly
watch?
the same.
I
It's
tried to
exactly the
watch
same.
Rubber
exactly the
Ducks
same
again.
as it was, yeah. And
Yeah.
I'm
That
too old to
trailer-
watch it.
That Jurassic Park trailer was so good, though.
Oh,
It was. I was
don't-
hyped for it.
Which one?
I even saw Pinky in the Brain, the Jurassic Park trailer.
I didn't see it.
It
Animaniacs.
was like the Animaniacs trailer
Version of
in
it.
the style of Jurassic Park.
Oh,
So good.
okay. I think I may have seen that, but
It got me hyped to watch
You know how I feel
Animaniacs,
about
but then when I
animations.
saw it, I was like,
This
this
ain't it.
was definitely not made for me.
we're grown ass men now.
Yeah.
Yeah, even Pinky in the Brain, it's more a good nostalgic memory
yeah.
than
Yeah.
and something that I actually want to watch now.
It just makes me feel good that kids are gonna grow up with a little bit of
Yes.
the fucked up sense of humor that we had
Yeah.
because they will enjoy it. But man, I'm hoping that they get their shit together for fucking DC at some point, and we can get just like a string of dope
That would be
ass
nice.
content.
Or just a string of movies that don't blow.
Right.
They don't even have to be like fucking The Dark Knight. Like just movies that were like, okay, let's see what happens next. I haven't seen a DC movie where I'm like, oh, not
Right.
in a while. Like since Constantine.
Yeah,
That movie
you're
was
right.
good.
That was
It
a
was
good
fire,
movie.
dude.
it
Yeah,
was a
that
really
was-
good movie.
That's like the in my heart, like Constantine. I know it's like
See, but
old
you're-
school DC. Like it's not even like new.
You're talking
style.
about the era of movies where they weren't trying to create universes. They were just trying to
Yeah.
make a good movie.
Maybe that's the key.
I mean, it is, but because of what Marvel started, they're searching for that because it will guarantee 10 plus movies that are all going to be blockbuster movies, and they're trying to rush
Everybody
for it.
can't do what Marvel does.
No,
man.
I completely
see-
agree with
see
you.
Michael Jordan, like, oh, that's all you got to do is be Michael Jordan? Okay, I'll go be Michael Jordan and fucking kick ass in basketball. Like, that's not how this shit works, dude. Like, don't. And I don't know who I'm talking to here. Like, none of you guys work for Warner
you're
Brothers
fine.
or DC, but like,
They'll hear this.
don't do what they're doing. Like, do what you do.
Yeah, do what you do, boo.
I don't know how else to put it, dude. But don't try to be Michael Jordan, dude. There's only one Jordan.
Well, but that's so you're actually talking to the heads over at WB that are
Yes.
seeing
Yes.
the money that is coming in for Marvel,
Right.
for Marvel Studios,
Right.
and they want that. Of
course
so
they do.
They're going for it.
Of course they do.
And so again, I agree with Colin. You need that guy that puts the people together that makes this all fucking work. If there's since they're obviously already starting over with the Matt Reeves Batman,
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping that that's the beginning of some shit
Is
like
Matt
that.
Reeves
But
that guy?
I don't know. I'm not gonna say that Matt Reeves is that guy, but
I'm gonna call it Matt Reeves is that guy. Mark this episode down. 66.
I'm just hoping.
Episode title.
Episode title.
I'm
Matt
just
Reeves is
hoping
guy.
that they give him the opportunity to do that if this movie is successful, because we don't know. We saw a teaser trailer, and Lord knows we don't know how that's going to end up. So I'm hopeful for it. I'm really like looking forward to this new Batman. It looks great,
Mhm.
but do we know that for sure?
Mm-mm.
No, we fucking don't. So,
No, we
but
fucking don't.
no, we fucking don't. But I'm hoping we find that guy at some point and we get a shitload of good ass movies that are darker. They need to stop catering to kids. Sorry, I understand that this is going to be a lot more money. But DC is a darker world, and I think they need to lean into that.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the darker shit. I thought he was going in a good direction when Batman was fucking blowing shit up and killing people. That's not his normal MO, but that was fire. It was fire
Fuck yeah.
content.
I just don't think DC's that deep either.
Right.
I don't
Like,
know.
you get Batman, just rips. Objectively, Batman rules.
Mm-hmm.
You get Superman, you're like, all right, like, okay. He's like Cyclops, he's kind of a Boy Scout. Whatever, I'll watch this.
Captain
Yeah.
America.
And then you're like, okay, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman. Like, I feel like you get down a lot faster.
Mm.
Bottom of the barrel, you mean?
Yeah.
That's fair.
I think your hero quality just dips a lot harder after that initial kick.
Yeah.
Like, their top tier's strong, and then you're just like, oh, I have no idea who any of these people are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can give you that.
But then again, you see that with Marvel and, like,
There's
Adam
a lot
Warlock.
of fucking There's a lot of
Like, if you
people.
read the Infinity Gauntlet book, you're like, I have no idea who anyone in this
Right.
book is.
Right. And like right now, Shazam was actually one of the good movies. I enjoyed that a lot. I don't know if I'm putting a lot on Black Adam. I'm not looking forward to. I like it because it's The Rock. I'm probably gonna end up watching it, but I'm not expecting much about that, quite honestly. And Shazam 2, only because the first movie was really good. That one, I'm still. I don't know. I'm still like,
Meh.
But even
think
Shazam, I
it'll
went
be
into
great.
it. Yeah, even Shazam though, I went into it thinking it's gonna be meh, and I was like, oh, this is actually a really good fucking movie. I enjoy this a
Nice.
lot.
It was funny.
Yeah, it was very funny.
It was
what I hear.
genuinely funny.
Yeah, I said it. It was big set to a superhero story.
Yeah, they ripped way too much from Big, but
they did. And since we're talking about DC and Marvel, what's going
What do
on
we
with
got?
Kevin Feige regretting that he whitewashed the Ancient One?
Ooh.
And
Did
Doctor
you guys
Strange.
read that? Did you guys read that article?
No, did you?
I did, yeah.
Go
That's
for
why
it.
I sent it to the fucking group chat.
Well, no,
dickholes.
no. I read a little bit of it, but yeah, he's so it.
So when Feige when they were writing, I don't know if he was necessarily writing, but when they were putting Doctor Strange together and they recast the what's her face? Why can't I think of
Tilda Swinton.
Tilda Swinton? Yes, as the Ancient One. She was obviously the character was originally Asian, and the way that Feige put it in the article was that when they were making the movie, he was doing his best to stay away from like that.
He just wanted to do something new, something
right,
new, something fresh.
and
what
he
he
wanted to
said.
stay away from just like the Mickey Rooney fucking Asian stereotype of like the
wise Asian
the
man.
the wise Asian man. And then
Yeah.
he touched on something also, like even if they made it an Asian woman, the dragon lady is what they referred to it as, and I'm guessing that's a trope of just similar a wise Asian, mysterious, Asian lady. And so to totally recast, and it's not like the Ancient One or Tilda Swinton was in yellow face. I didn't feel like it was
No,
like any
I felt
sort
like they
of.
just.
Not at all.
She was her own character,
she
and it
was.
didn't seem.
She was.
I don't know who she. I didn't really think about it because I don't know the character from the comics, but it just sounded like it felt like. I understood that she was white. I didn't think that she was, like that was that she was replacing an Asian character. It's
Right.
not a character that, like you see white characters, that same type of
White people
ambience.
can be ancient too. Like
Yeah.
it's not a fucking. It's not an
Right,
Asian thing,
right.
right? Like we can all be old. Like I
got it. Like, oh, she does yoga.
or something.
Dope.
Yeah. Right.
that was the thought that I had. She's a yogi.
And it never felt weird. And then to see him say that he regretted doing that, I thought it was odd.
I think it's probably from the backlash. That's the
Well,
only
no,
reason why
of
you would
course.
regret it.
Of course it is. And I don't even think that's. I don't even think it's valid, dude.
Dude,
Like his thinking when he was doing that, like it
Was pure.
it was, yeah, absolutely.
I think Tilda's a great, like, I loved her in that
Yeah.
role.
Mhm.
She's got
Absolutely.
the,
She's
like, weird androgynous vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I felt like that character was just, like, a completely blank, separate thing.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool.
That was very cool.
As far as him, like, I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you see how, I mean, when was that movie? 2018?
I believe so. Yeah.
17,
16,
18.
I
It has to
think.
get
Something
was that?
like
Yeah,
that?
right in there.
Think of the conversation we're all having now around
Yeah.
race. And all of a sudden he's like, oh, like maybe that was insensitive.
2016.
We're talking about representation all of a sudden.
Mhm.
I mean, Jenny Slade quit.
Mm-hmm.
Big Mouth.
Yep.
Yep.
And that other show, Central Park, someone quit, I think, for the same reason. It might have been Kristen Shaw.
Okay. I don't remember seeing that.
I never watched
never
it either,
watched
but
it,
I
yeah.
remember
It being a
seeing that
thing.
come out.
Yeah.
Where these voice actors didn't want to play people of color because they were white.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Henry on Family Guy.
Yeah, as all this is coming out and you start asking these questions,
So he
I think
has
it's easy to say,
reflect.
like, oh, like that would have been a better choice. I feel bad that I didn't say this character's Asian. It's okay for them to be Asian.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
if he was actively avoiding tropes by
Yeah.
2016 rules, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
Well-
that was.
He gets a pass.
I think so.
Dave gives him one.
I for sure, like, as I was reading that, like, I was like, oh, this is fucked up. Like, I feel bad for him. The fact that he even has to have this conversation with himself, or, you know, even if it wasn't in an article, he wasn't interviewed about it, even if he had to think about this on his own time, like, damn, should I have done that? Like, that's shitty. That's really shitty. And as someone who's creative and likes to create, I mean, I could have done something very similar if I were writing a movie.
I mean,
or
anybody
something like
would.
that. That's
Any-
what I'm saying.
anyone
Like,
would.
it's
I'm happy he was thinking about it.
yeah.
Yeah.
If he cares enough to be like, oh, like, and that took time out of his day the way you were talking about it,
Right.
like, this is absolutely the dude I want making this content. This is
Right.
the dude I want to give my money to. If he's at least aware of this now, and no one asked him about it, and he's like, man, was this okay? Like, that's the kind of dude I want.
Yeah, and but I it's also like you said, like it's the times, man, because like right now we're in a weird spot where like we have cancel culture, a lot of things that people just are aiming. They're just looking for something to cancel anything that's up there. Like even oh my God, would they want to cancel fucking Marvel? God forbid that they put one white person in Shang-Chi. Because there would be people out there like wanting to cancel them. They're
Well,
just like
Ben
everything.
Kingsley as the Mandarin.
Hold on.
I think they got
He
they
was
got some slack.
Gandhi.
Yeah, I think that they got slack for that too.
Everyone gives him a pass for Gandhi, but not the Mandarin.
Well, I'm just saying.
They corrected that. We'll talk
I'm
about
reading
that
this
in a second.
article real quick here, and I'm not seeing really that he says he regrets it. That's written by the author of the article. The author of the article says Kevin Feige now states that he regrets the decision. But nowhere in the quotes from Kevin Feige in this Men's Health story does he say, I regret it. He just says that it was a wake-up call. All of the fucking, hubbub and the kind of backlash. Where he's saying, we thought we were being so smart. We're not going to do the cliche thing.
Yeah, so it's everyone complaining about it.
So
everyone complaining about it woke him up.
Everyone complained about
it.
it is a wake-up call, but that doesn't mean that he's saying I should not have cast. When you when you use that term regret, like it gives you a whole different view of what his opinion is versus when I read him say that, it was a wake-up call, maybe there was another way to figure this out, but it doesn't tell me that he like regretted it and I should not have made that decision. It's like, maybe I could have done something different, but
I did
what I did.
How does
You
it
know what I
affect
mean?
other decisions from here on out? Now he's writing something else, and he thinks back
So
to the
you brought up Ben Kingsley as the Mandarin.
Mm-hmm.
So as we know now,
But he really wasn't.
after that came out, he
Right,
really wasn't.
right.
He was an actor. So guess who is in the Shang-Chi?
The real Mandarin?
The real Mandarin,
Well,
who
he
is
better
played
be
by an
so
Asian man.
fucking
That's the
Asian,
thought.
dude.
That's
he better
the-
be
that's-
Yeah, that's-
subtitled.
that-
he better
that's
have
the thought.
subtitles in this bitch. That's
I'm
how
just-
Asian he better be.
But you can't nowadays. You can't do anything. We were just talking about woke culture and cancel culture recently. I was just reading an article on Chris Rock, who made a comment, and now he's under a little bit of heat because he's speaking out against cancel culture and woke culture because he's saying that he's seeing a lot of unfunny comedians, a lot of unfunny TV shows, a lot of unfunny movies, like a lot of everything is like not funny because everyone is walking on eggshells, scared to try anything. And he's completely against cancel culture, especially because like that's what comedians do. Is like they don't just play in on a specific race. They play on everything. They joke about every fucking body.
Like John Mulaney. Is that you,
Yeah,
Johnny, that
we
sent
were-
that
yep.
John Mulaney article about him sort of, testing out material and joking about some pretty serious shit from what the article sounded like, his rehab,
his rehab and all
what he's
that.
been going through.
But he has to like walk a thin line. Everyone is scared to be edgy, including these movies and TV shows that we want that we're looking for. Everyone is just like scared to be edgy.
Shit recently, that's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, but it's not.
It doesn't need to be like fucking
Yeah, but
racist or misogynist or fucking
you are a borderline
homophobic
cancel
or whatever.
culture person.
Nah, I'm
Johnny
not.
got
Borderline. You play
itchy
that
cancel
line,
finger.
dude.
Itchy cancel
We
finger.
we will all get canceled, and Johnny's gonna be that guy. No, but see, I said this, but over here, I was the devil's advocate, so you can't cancel me. That's gonna be his.
No, that's
If we
just
go
me
down,
playing
Johnny's
devil's
going down
ad.
with us.
Oh, he's coming down with us.
I'll
hard.
make sure of it.
I'm just a
Episode
nice person, guys.
episode 35. He was talking. He was talking negatively about lesbians.
35, 27-minute, 33 mark.
All right, so then.
Could you imagine them playing this in a courtroom?
Oh. And then the stenographer's like, and then he said pee-pee.
All right,
12
no.
times.
All right, so Johnny, please give us your thoughts on Elliot Page.
Ooh.
Oh, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there.
Bearing himself to the world.
Those
Yeah.
abs.
No,
Cheers. I
We-
don't know
we ain't
if
got-
those abs are real. That's
I
not-
know,
There's no
right?
fucking way. No fucking way those
That
abs are
shit
real.
was crazy.
yo, the only problem I have with that with that article had nothing to do with Elliot Page. It was more of the caption of Elliot Page excited over first swim trunks.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It was BuzzFeed, dude. This isn't hard-hitting journalism.
I understand, but I'm just like, what? Like, really? Like,
Yeah.
posing there and then says, "Oh, my first swim trunks." Like, you had to go through a sex change to buy a pair of swim trunks.
Anybody can rock them shits.
Anybody can, like, you know what I mean? Like, that was the whole thing. Is like showing off my swim trunks. It's like, no, we
cut
get it.
as a
Like,
bitch.
we're happy for you for sure. Happy that he feels like he's who he is. But
I wish I was.
I
not
just
buying
don't
those
buy
abs,
that was
that's all.
that was the first pair of swim trunks. That's bullshit.
He tried them on in his room when no one was looking. He's like, yeah, these swim trunks look dope.
How to wear? You wore swim
I'm
trunks.
gonna call
plenty of
BuzzFeed. I'm
times.
gonna give him the drop on this.
Yo, he had the abs though.
for sure.
My man had those abs.
My man was a man
Bought
for
him
2
in
months
DR.
and is in better condition than I've ever been in.
Yeah, man, that's
I
wild.
bought them shits in DR.
Yo, my sister sent me that shit because I when I initially lost weight, I wanted to do the skin surgery and all that shit, and she sent me something. She was like, "Look at this dude. He actually makes abs," and I'm like, "Yo, I don't want any of that. I don't want none of that. Like with injections, just like injecting like abs in people's."
I'd rather be
And
a
I'm like,
fat piece
"No,
of
man,
shit.
hell no."
Yeah.
That sounds
wild.
horrifying.
Yeah.
It does sound horrifying. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, why does that look like? First of all, we're gonna go off on a tangent here, but
I'm gonna add to that tangent because I got something to
dude, the amount of people that just don't want to work out and they're just going straight up to Miami to get these surgeries.
If
It's
that's best
wild.
case scenario, they're going to fucking Mexico. They're going to fucking foreign countries where that shit is dirt cheap.
Yeah,
Hopefully, they're going to Miami. At least they're having American fucking.
a lot of
doctor,
people are
dude.
going to Miami.
Yeah. I know
And
someone. One
I
of
know
the
a few.
ladies that takes care of my mom just came back from Miami.
yo, go
after
back
having
a
surgery,
sloppy
and
man.
her whole back is burnt and shit. She got boils and I don't know what the fuck she did, but she turned into a whole new person.
The cupping?
Bruh.
They do like the cupping where they like get your fucking skin out. That's
Nah,
weird,
man.
dude.
You go.
Fuck that.
You see these women or guys, because guys have been doing
Oh
it too.
yeah, guys do it too.
Sure.
They go there looking like everyone else, a hot mess like everyone else, come back with a crazy ass figure, like an ass that they didn't have before, and we're supposed to just believe that you took a vacation and now you came home brand new, literally. Like, no, get the fuck out of here.
I think
Body
of Peter
positivity.
Peter
walk.
Griffin.
Body
when
positivity,
he
I
got
guess.
Sexy.
Body positivity is love the way that you fucking look. All that fake
That
shit.
is true.
All that fake shit is just like, you have no idea how that's gonna look on you when you get old. And I guess I have tattoos and shit, so that's always the argument for that. But I'm gonna look fucking cool. You're gonna look just weird as fuck.
If you're an old ass man, and this goes for anyone with that, if you're an old ass person and the worst thing about you is your old wrinkly tattoos, you're doing okay.
Yeah.
You don't have fucking diabetes or cancer. You're not on oxygen. Like, you just have some wrinkly fucking Pulp Fiction tattoos.
I love when people ask me that question. What are your tattoos? What do you think when you're gonna be 80 years old? It's like,
It'd be fucking rad.
yeah. I tell them the
Be
same shit.
Dopest old dude.
By the time I'm 80 years old, I've spent my entire life with these tattoos. I will not give a fuck.
No.
Why would I care when I'm 80 years old specifically?
Oh, I turned 80. You wake up and just start tearing up.
Yeah, it's
pouring,
just like,
you're like, oh, I can't
what
believe
did I
did
do?
this.
Fuck out of here. But
So
nah,
like
man,
the
it's
Ghost of Christmas Past with that one.
yeah.
What did I do?
No, but
Jimmy Stewart.
we went on a bunch of tangents there.
This is your Jimmy Stewart.
Oh man, but since we're talking about DC and everything, or at least we were, apparently
Wait, we were?
we were.
I thought we were on
before.
Elliot Page.
Oh, that was a joke, and then we actually started talking about it. I just wanted Johnny to talk about cancel culture.
Oh no, you moved us on.
We can move on from cancel culture, man, because we all know exactly how I feel about that shit, man. It's like there's a fine line when it comes to cancel culture, and we're never gonna find it because it's always moving. It's constantly moving. Something is gonna offend you can't say anything without offending someone, and if
Can't please
and
everyone, yeah.
yeah, and with the internet, people that are offended by something that you say or do could be a very small group of people. But if they band together, it makes it seem very loud when it comes to the fucking internet. And now we literally can't do shit. And I don't fucking like that. There are people that fucking, like, we talk about regular shit, how we think about it. I don't believe that we get too wild. I don't know. As a listener, you might think differently.
For being insensitive culture, dude, we're really not that insensitive.
Yeah,
we like
I
to
don't
see
think
all
we are.
different positions, and we're very understanding guys. So
We are. But at the same time, it's like, I'll still say some shit that most people aren't going to fucking agree with. But you know what? Fuck it. I said it. And it's the way I feel. And if I feel like I'm wrong, or Johnny is usually the one who feels like I'm wrong, he'll tell me about it. We'll talk about it. If somebody feels like I'm wrong, it's generally you. And then we'll talk about it, and then I'll go either we move on,
No.
and then later on I'll be like, oh wait, you're right.
Johnny will tell you why you're wrong.
That's true.
But also why he agrees with you.
That's
He'll
true.
hit you with both of them shits, and
He'll
then
hit
really
you with
fuck
both.
you up. You don't know where to go from
I never
there.
know
You're
where
like,
the fuck Johnny
should we
stands.
argue about this? Does he have my back? I'm not sure where Johnny's at
don't
on
know
this
which
right now.
one.
I don't know where to go with this.
You can tell Johnny has like a very vast group of friends and people
yeah.
that are just like around where he's just in
It's a
agreement with
very-
everyone.
Yeah. I saw that. I noticed that. His just
try.
the people that would comment on his Facebook posts when I was on Facebook, I was like, dude,
Yo, I would
where does he find these people? He just
I
goes
would
to,
unfollow.
He sits outside of Fox News and tries to follow people that are going in like, hey, this is my
I swear he
Instagram.
loves
you
that
want to
shit,
beef
dude.
about something later?
Your
We can.
Facebook,
I just get along with a lot of people, so
bro,
lot
your
of
Facebook
different
page,
views in my
I
life.
see why.
your Facebook page triggers me because you have so many people who just like think the wildest shit,
Yeah.
and you just entertain the fact that they try to call you out
This
so
is
much.
what happens when you grow up as a rebel in the church culture.
You want to beef with
So I've
everybody?
got all these conservative-minded folks, not just politically, but ideologically. They're just very conservative-minded folks that are a part of my life, and I choose
And
not
you
to
just
kick
like to
them
argue
out
with
of
them.
my life just because I don't agree with them. I thought about things differently growing up, and so I just chose to disagree with a lot of their minds, but I still keep them around on social media because I like to argue. So
And that's where we get to the truth. Everything that you just said, the only thing that mattered is right there. I just like to argue.
I totally enjoy it. That's why I did that whole, I don't know if I mentioned this on the show last week or it was just before the show we were talking about it, but how I turned off, I pretty much I never had like any type of Facebook notifications because I hate any app that tries to drag me into opening the app. Like, fuck you, no matter what the app is. Like, I don't try to drag me in. If I'm going to get notifications from you, they're for a legit reason. So anyways, I always had like 99% of the Facebook notifications turned off. The only thing that I had on was the badge for the Facebook app. And they were only for specific notifications, which were usually like replies to things that I was already involved with. And so that was the one thing that did drive me to open the damn application. And I finally decided I got fucking not even dragged into. It's my own like need to feel to, if someone posts a question and I know the answer to it, and even though I know they're not going to like my answer, like they're asking a sarcastic question. I think my wife is burning the house down. Yeah. Making dinner again.
I took the smoke detector down in my kitchen. I have one in my kitchen, and I like to broil shit. I like to get shit crispy and and nice.
That's
so
exactly
I had to take my shit because I like to get my like chicken skin crispy if I'm making chicken. Like it gets smoky as fuck, dude. And I had to take it down. So like if there's ever a fire on the first floor, I'm gonna fucking die, dude. 'Cause it's just chilling somewhere. Yeah, it's in a drawer, dude. I'm done.
You just admitted to that for when the fire marshal holds you liable.
When he goes through
they're all
episode
listening.
66. It's like,
They're all
I got
listening.
him. I got him.
Oh,
Got
man.
him. But
what were we saying?
Trailblazer Ramon.
He blazed his house up.
Oh man, that's why we call him that.
I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about.
Alleged arsonist, Blazer Ramon.
Getting dragged
Oh,
into
Facebook's. I don't use it anymore, basically. Ever
cut it
since I
out.
turned the badges off, the shit really, I think I've gone into it. I'm not like completely ignoring it, and I go when I'm super
not as
duper
often.
bored.
Yeah.
But I'm just a completionist with badges on my phone. I fucking hate, like, email, all that shit. Like, that shit, I get rid of them all. I hate looking at my wife's phone and other people's phone. They got fucking 35,000 unread emails. I'm like, what is wrong with you? How do you know when you have a new email?
Yeah.
I was doing the same thing.
It's all spam.
I was
lives
doing
like
the
that?
same thing. And I would erase, like it would take time out of my day to delete all of these extra emails. I turned off the badge. And if that badge was there,
That's what I told
would
my
just
wife.
mess
You just
with
mark
me.
him as red.
Yeah.
Done. We're done here.
Mark all is
That's
red.
true, but it did get into the and I was just like, you know what? Just because not all of it is junk. There are some stuff that
Sounds like a hoarder. He sounds like a horse. Like, no, I might need that wrapper that I got from
No,
Burger
it's
King
like-
because you never
it's
know.
just
I
I might need
spent a
it.
good week going through just about a good
I just
number
can't do
of
it anymore.
emails and clicking unsubscribe.
Yeah.
And I went through the full unsubscribe chain for a while, and I got rid of a lot of junk. I still get some junk
Sure.
daily, but most of the time it's stuff that I'm like, I might want to hear something from them one day. And so I keep it around. I don't want to subscribe to them. But
Bruh.
anyways, I don't open up Facebook as much anymore, and it has kept me out of some shit.
Bro, I just opened up
I hate
my
the anxiety of fucking conversations.
I just opened up my email to see what the number is at because I don't look
Oh
at
my
it.
God.
72,709.
God.
72,709. My man just throws his
I just
email address
turned the
into
badges
any
off.
field where
Do
he
you
can
throw
put
your
it.
bills in the garbage too? Like
Yeah,
what?
exactly.
No, that's why. No, because
Like
I would
Andy
sift
Dwyer
through
in
and all
that
this.
episode of
paperless
Parks and
billing.
Rec.
I've
I have
gone
paperless
through.
billing for so
billing.
many things.
Me
I
too.
can't have 72,000 unread emails. I
would
need to
cry.
know when that bill arrives
I-
in my email inbox.
Bro, I go through my email. I still look through my emails like on the daily, and I'll see. I'm just not going through and
You're
deleting.
not
because-
marking the things that you don't care about.
You could
Yeah,
literally
I'm not.
press 3 buttons and that number just hits 0.
I would. I have.
You can't.
Do it again.
I have.
Do it
I
again.
just. The thing is like I don't want to just have them unread. I want them out. I would even unsubscribe to some, and they still fucking show up.
Dog, make
So
a
I
new
just gave
email
up.
account.
I did.
At this point,
But then I have to. And then I have to go through and forward all the other
go
shit.
to the important ones.
I
Your
am gonna-
bills,
Yeah.
your health insurance, that sort of shit. Everything else can fuck off.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I need to do that. I have like
need to-
5
Or
emails.
make
though.
the
I have,
burner
like 5
email.
emails.
And there's 72,000 on each of them.
They're not on each of them.
Right,
That's the main one.
Ajita.
I cannot.
Don't mind me. All right.
But
So
text messages, voicemails. Do you have like a shit ton of those as like unread as well?
no,
No, just emails.
I don't. You think people care about my
You
life?
think my man
to where I
getting
have
hit
fucking
on
unread
has
72,000
all that
times?
shit.
Text
Hell
messages?
no.
Like mad
Nobody
unread
texts
text
me.
messages.
You were on TikTok. You
Hundreds.
were-
That's
Her
true.
text message shit has over 100 unread. Her voicemail is like in the 40s.
Who is this? Who are we talking about?
Joyce.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm like,
Johnny.
why do you
How do
even
you-
have these notifications on? It's
Erase
not
her
helpful
phone.
to you at all.
When
It
she goes to
means
bed
nothing.
tonight, erase her phone and set it up as me. Don't give her a choice. Be like, listen, this is for our marriage. This is for everything because I need you to do this for me.
Oh man.
Ugh.
So real
Childish. Having
quick, I
that
thought
many
this
unread.
was interesting, but apparently Rob Patton signs a first look deal with Warner Brothers, which means that he has the first chance on any projects to be a producer.
Okay.
I don't know if that's because they're like really putting a lot on this
Batman?
new Batman.
This is Batman.
Yeah.
He's the face of
He's
the.
done more stuff with them before, though.
Who made
right?
Tenet? Was Warner Brothers Tenet?
Yeah,
Was that?
Was it?
that was Warner Brothers.
Yeah, it was the
Okay.
shimmery.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
little, what's
Was
that
it?
little syncope? Syncope? What's that little
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
that
yeah.
shows up?
Well,
before the
isn't
Nolan-
that isn't
Nolan?
that
That's Nolan.
Isn't that
Is
that's
that-
Nolan?
is that-
yeah.
But
Yeah,
it does
that's
the
Nolan.
the shimmer, the Warner Lot shimmer
and the
from
little,
like the
Oh.
original
music,
Matrix.
that- Yeah, I don't.
Was it?
I can't remember.
I don't either.
It was 100% Warner Brothers. It showed up on HBO Max in December.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
that's
That's
true.
right. Yeah,
That's true.
that's right.
So
So they
I-
know. He's got star power, dude. Like they know it's more than just Twilight at this point. Like the dude's clearly fucking.
And did they do Twilight? I don't know.
I don't know if they did Twilight.
Mm,
I just don't see Rob Pattinson like this is the biggest thing that I see he's attached to. But other than Twilight, I know he's done like some one-off movies, but is he really that big? Like he's only big because of Twilight.
they're trying to give him that
No,
come up.
Twilight
dude.
was
Trying
Paramount. No, he's done some stuff.
I'm sure he's done some stuff. Like The Devil All the Time was actually really good with him.
with Tom
Yep.
Holland.
Yep, with Tom Holland. That was a good one. But other than that, like Lighthouse, I know that got a lot of praise, but it was more of an artsy movie that people were praising him for. I never saw The Lost City of Z, but I
I saw
heard that was good.
That was good.
Tom Holland
Really?
as well.
Damn.
That was Charlie Hunnam, Tom Holland. That I want to say that was like his Tom Holland's
That sounds like a kick-ass cast.
first break.
For like some random zombie movie?
No, that's the Lost. That's not DayZ.
No.
Or not, what is it? Z? World War Z?
That was World War Z. Yeah.
The Lost City of Z. That's not a zombie movie.
Then they
it's,
had real bad PR because I always thought that was just like another.
It's based on true events, a true life.
No, that was like a Lost City of Gold in the South American jungle type thing.
Oh,
True
that
life
sounds dope.
Drama centering the British explorer who disappeared while searching for a mysterious city in the Amazon in the 1920s.
Oh, I legit saw
That
the
does
title
sound-
of the movie
that
and was
sounds
like, "Oh, it's a bullshit sequel to that zombie movie."
Yeah, why
I'm
would you not
gonna
have
watch
watched
this.
it on the spot then? If that was a World War Z sequel, I fuck with World War Z.
World War
I
Z
didn't-
was good.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just, I fuck with Brad Pitt. Let me change that.
I mean, I'm with you there, but
Yeah, we have. Have you seen the new Army of the Dead?
Ooh,
Army of the Dead.
Zack Snyder, the new where they're
Oh yeah.
the casino
Netflix.
in Vegas.
Netflix.
Original.
Mister. I'm dropping Netflix. Did you drop it already?
All I said was if I had to drop one, it would be Netflix.
It just dropped
That's fair.
this past
That's fair.
Friday, right?
It
Was
did.
it? Was it
Yeah,
past Friday?
21st.
I watched The Mitchells versus the Machines.
That was awesome.
Real
Fire.
fucking good.
Yeah,
on
let's
Netflix.
jump in
Real
on that.
fucking
Let's
good.
get up in that.
So, do you mind if we talk about the Army of the Dead as well?
I mean, I'm gonna have nothing to contribute, but I'll fire whatever I can.
Perfectly fine.
Let's
'cause,
go.
Picture
Because we
like
could just
Dawn
go
of the
right
Dead,
into
but
we could just
15
go right
years
into
later.
spoiler alert.
Let's do it.
All right, cool. So, guys, as always, it's time for spoiler alert. So, if you have not seen Army of the Dead or The Mitchells versus the Machines,
I've
you
seen
should
both of
probably
them. I'm
fall
good.
off right now.
Okay.
And then, revisit this episode when you have seen it so that you can hear us discuss this. So as always, we love you guys. Remember to rate, review, subscribe. Have your people check us out and subscribe to our podcast either on your favorite podcast app or on YouTube because
Fing-
our content is fire.
And our
Finger
winner.
blast that bell icon.
There we go.
Finger blast that bell icon for sure. Ring that bell, baby.
From the little
bottom.
man in the boat.
in the back. Get up in there.
Ooh.
from the-
Yep.
You like to party.
You know
the
what I'm
hook.
talking about. Oh, Dustin Hoffman over here.
Use that hook.
Okay.
They
Okay.
don't know about that hook.
They
All
know.
the nerds that listen
know.
are like, what the fuck is he talking about?
Dustin Hoffman. Rain Man?
I don't know what the hook he's talking about. Anyway, all right. So, which do you guys want to discuss first?
Sue Mitchell's versus the Machines.
Mitchell's versus the Machines. Awesome animated movie. I didn't hear anything about it coming out. I didn't hear anything other than it just popped up on Netflix. Dope cast. I want to say, was it
Danny McBride.
Danny McBride.
I didn't
Fucking
even know
great.
it was him.
Yeah.
And I'm
No, you
usually
can't
real
really tell,
good at
no.
this.
Oh, you know that Danny
I don't think I
McBride voice,
noticed.
though.
He wasn't playing Danny McBride.
But still, it sounds like Danny McBride. Like, that's Kenny Powers, dog.
There were
he's-
moments.
I get you that. I'll give you that.
Now
I
I
didn't
get
know right away. It's not something that you would notice right away. Once you know it's Danny McBride, you can
Yeah.
hear his some mannerisms.
I saw his name at the credits in the beginning.
I had to look it up because I couldn't figure out who it was. And I'm usually when Invincible started, two
yeah.
lines in, I'm like, oh, that's John Hamm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I usually
I'm
crush that.
I'm on it with voiceovers, like commercial voiceovers
Same.
too. I'm like, yo, that's fucking.
I
Why
couldn't
is John
pick him.
Lithgow doing the Campbell Soup commercial right now? Like that's how I am. I get wild with voices and that kind of shit.
He
But,
He wasn't just playing Danny
yeah.
McBride.
Right. No, it's true.
No, he wasn't.
And I was like,
He
oh,
was
okay.
actually acting a little.
Yeah.
it was so fucking
But
funny.
it was so good. It was such
it was
a
so
good
good.
movie.
Even the animation style was just like nothing I had seen. It
Was the
reminded
Spider-Verse
me
team.
of.
It was.
Was it?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
That makes sense. It reminded me a little bit of the what was the Chris Pratt movie where they were like monsters there, the animated one that just came out not too long ago.
Chris Pratt monsters.
Chris Pratt. It's the fucking Pixar movie, dude. What the fuck was it? It just came out where his dad like died or some shit. And he was fucking
Onward.
Onward. Yes,
Onward.
Yes, thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes,
It
yes.
reminded me of Onward. Like it was so crispy, but now that you say the Spider-Verse team like that makes sense because that
Makes
movie
a lot
was
of
crispy
sense.
as fuck too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just the sequence with the Furbies.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
whole movie.
Little
The
pop,
whole-
pop
well,
culture
just-
references
that
too.
was
all
good,
the pop
yeah.
culture references, just the little jokes that are just pop up out of nowhere
Prancer belongs to the canyon now. I almost cried.
There's like these little jokes that just pop out of nowhere. I love same thing with the Spider-Verse. It was a lot of that same, like they'll say something and then like something just jumps at you like comic book style for like a quick second and then it just continues the story. I love that shit. I love all of that shit. And they did that a lot.
The little freeze frames they would do, like with the, the weird animation.
Yep.
Around it. Like, I forget, they were like title cards almost. Like, they were really, really
almost
cool.
like Family Guy-esque
and
jokes.
You don't
mention
see
something, you see something
and
else real quick.
They'll cut
and
to
then
flashbacks,
cuts right back.
which is not something you see in kids' movies a lot. Like, they don't do flashbacks like that. So, yeah, dude, I was super impressed. And, like, I was telling everybody I could, I was like, watch this movie. Like, kids or no kids. Like, it's a dope fucking movie, and you're going to.
I came across it because of my kids. My daughter, like every time my daughter comes over, we do movie night and popcorn, and all of that. And then I have them pick a movie. Sometimes they can't do that shit, so I pick one. And I saw a brand new one. I saw this one, and I was just like, "Hey, this is something new. Let's go for it." Put it on. They were laughing hysterically. Like even my kids who like, and I was looking at this, I was watching the movie, laughing hysterically, and to the point where my kids are like rewinding certain parts. Yeah, just like, oh my god, that's so funny. Like that at the end when the pug was ruining the robots. Like they're just scanning them and they couldn't comprehend figure out what the fuck it was.
Pig,
so it would
bread,
just like
loaf of bread. Yeah, dude, that was really funny.
That was her defense.
That was her defense. Just drive a car with the pug on the front, and they're like, "What the fuck is that? Oh shit!" And that would cause all the robots to malfunction. That shit was hilarious.
That is the big payoff. Was just chef's kiss. Yeah, that was so good.
It was so good, and I love the whole Apple-esque concept.
Yeah,
just like, oh, you threw Siri away. You just thought you could get rid of Siri and improve fucking Siri? No, Siri just took over everything. The one thing is just like, why would you go from a cell phone to full-on robot?
That you have to carry? I thought about that. I was like, who wants to carry around a robot with
who gives a shit?
Drag it along?
It's a fun-ass movie. That's one of those things that you're just like, oh, it's a fucking cartoon. But it's just like, what? Yeah, your phone? Oh, yeah, it's amazing. Oh, fuck that. No, we have robots now.
The tech dude. You know who that tech dude was? Did you look that up as well?
Who played the tech dude?
Yeah,
what was his name?
It was Eric Andre voiced the fucking tech dude.
Yep.
Because I knew that voice. That was one that I had to look up because I couldn't place, and it was driving me fucking crazy.
Oh, that's
like
who it was.
I
saw his name at the end, and I was like, "What did he play?
Yeah,
who was he?"
Even Conan's bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
what did he do? I remember. I heard him.
He was
for a
doing
second.
the It was like he was the flight attendant.
That's right. That's right. I remember picking it out in here like, oh shit, that's Conan. Like,
there's
man,
so many people on this.
Yeah, there really is, dude.
Jay Farrow did a voice too.
So many.
There's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot of people that did this, and I love these type of cartoon movies where they just come out of nowhere and surprise you. And quite honestly, I'll say that. I'll say it. It's an instant classic, man.
Yeah.
In recent cartoons, dude.
Definitely.
I'd have to say.
That Netflix content.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong. I don't know why you're looking at me.
I don't know, man.
Like,
you were
it's
so
not
quick.
good.
You were so quick to drop Netflix. You were just like, fuck Netflix right out the gate.
Fuck.
I just think
Netflix is that OG streaming. You need to give Netflix respect. Put some respect on Netflix's name.
All right. I feel like a lot of the other ones have come up. I feel like HBO came up a lot.
It did.
So then I'm like, oh, Netflix. Like, what are you doing, girl?
It's the new popular chick.
Right.
And you're like,
It's the
oh,
new
she's
popular
fine.
chick.
She's fine. But
she came back from
your
summer
other
with
chick,
big
right.
titties, and I'm
Yeah.
like, Netflix, where you at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Careful, we're gonna get canceled now.
I hope so.
Hey man, if we're threatened to be canceled, that means somebody's listening.
Because I made a big titty joke?
Yep. That's it.
All right.
You never know.
Our downfall.
You never know. The itty bitty titty committee's gonna come after you.
doesn't do
Uncle
it.
Dave's pee-pee. Uncle Dave's pee-pee. Episode title.
Oh man.
Johnny Mistake got to take a pee. Make sure the house isn't burning down.
The mosquito bite committee is going to come after you over that.
They're coming after you. I love them all.
The
I
nipple
love them all
dick
too.
committee.
We had that conversation recently. Like, if I don't know if it was on the pod or not, but like, if like, what would you prefer, a top heavy girl or a bottom heavy girl?
Oh, right. I think
I mean, that's
we said bottom heavy.
Yeah,
right?
every
No, but we were. Yeah, no,
It wasn't even close.
I mean, we would. Yeah, we all think that. But there are folks who
They're just like,
prefer
give me
top heavy.
huge titties and just a
80s.
fucking frying pan ass.
That's
Disgusting.
what the 80s. That's exactly how I envision the 80s.
See, I feel like the fat asses were there in the 80s, but the
but
clothes did not.
No,
help
the fat asses were
asses.
there, but that wasn't the it thing.
Right.
So they were
If you had a
trying to
fat
lose
ass,
their
you were like,
asses.
"Meh."
They wanted that
Buns of steel.
Yeah,
They wanted buns of steel is what they wanted.
fake silicone tits, just like as big as possible.
And landing
no
strips.
ass.
That's where landing, like the 90s, the landing strip came in.
Mm-hmm.
It was game over.
It was game over.
Yeah.
Game
Yeah.
over.
It was game
Yeah.
over. Game
Landing
over,
strip.
man. It was like Twister, dude. Yeah, it was fucking.
Aliens?
Yep.
we were like
Done.
10.
Fucking Twister.
we were like
Fucking
in our
Bill
teens
Paxton.
in the 90s. What do you know about a landing strip?
I saw
Man,
a
he
lot
had
of
internet
playboys.
access.
A lot of playboys.
That's true.
A lot of
That's
hustlers.
true.
A lot
I'm not
of
even
gallery,
gonna sit here and lie.
gallery
like, as if,
magazines.
Did you get
Gallery.
porn out of the woods?
Absolutely.
How does that happen?
My
Because
buddy-
I found porn in the woods as a kid. Like, who's putting the
So
porn
actually,
in the woods?
we put porn in the woods.
You put the porn in the woods.
This dude, this kid that I grew up with, his dad had in like the basement had all these Playboys from the 70s and 80s, and we just each grabbed as many as we could carry, put them under our shirts, and we were running down a moderately busy street trying to get to the woods with all these fucking big bush Playboys to check out, dude.
Before you got caught.
Oh yeah, and then like he ended up like his mom called my mom like a month later and was like,
Oh, yeah.
there was some dirty
Yo,
magazines that were I was like,
dirty
who
magazines-
calls and says that, dude.
Yo, for dirty magazines, like in your early teens, when you found out all of this shit was like going on, this shit is real, and you became a thief, you became untrustworthy, all of this shit,
Just a nut.
just for that, just for that
Yep.
porn, just for that nut.
Just to run in the woods and look at some huge bushes, huge bushes, and then huge bushes because we were in the
Man,
woods. So it
if you
was-
would have just taken one, you probably wouldn't have noticed.
I needed a
But
stack.
you took that whole stack.
I needed 1987
The man-
in completion.
Yeah.
Whole
the man was trying to get his nut, noticed the entire stack was gone, didn't leave this man anything to nut to.
If you're jerking
So
off
wait.
70s Playboys in 1998, you're fucking up.
You think the man who goes through Pornhub alphabetically could get by on one magazine?
That's true. That's true.
You're right.
Where's the
Yeah.
where's the
Yeah, you're right.
interracial?
You're not
Where's
wrong.
the pogs? Where's the fucking cream pie? Where's everything? In that one
Pogs
magazine?
wasn't existing.
Oh,
That
they
didn't
were.
exist
They just
back
didn't
then.
call them that.
No, that shit was not.
They were there though.
Man, y'all white folk weren't really trying to get that fat asses
knew.
back in the 90s.
We knew.
I mean, yeah, y'all did know. I didn't know.
I did.
I didn't know.
You didn't know.
When I found out, it blew my mind. I was like, white girls have big asses? Get the fuck out of here. What?
And that was it.
Game over. Game over.
Now he's about to marry one.
They
and
What?
lock
fixed
one up.
everything.
Yeah. After that, I was just like, what?
That's stupid.
I'm all in. This
I'm all
is
in,
this is all I need.
Hello,
This is all I
Becky.
need in my life.
Becky, what are you doing?
I then later realized, like, oh, okay, so it's just the fat asses that I'm really into. But
Right.
you know, I think that's why I'm more into it, the Pogs, because
it blew your mind.
because for the longest time I didn't know any white girls, and then the biggest thing in the hood is that white girls have no asses. That was
Right.
the biggest. That was the biggest rumor.
Mhm.
And then when white girls had asses,
Game over.
yo, what the fuck are you? I don't even trust you guys anymore to give me any kind of insight.
I remember people in the hood be like, "Yo, it's the milk, bro. It's the milk that they feed
Yeah,
these
yeah,
days."
yeah. Oh, I don't know what's in. I don't know what's in the water in the burbs these days, motherfucker. They've been had asses.
Mm-hmm.
They've been had asses. Y'all just lying. Anyway, back to the
Monroe-
spoiler alert.
Marilyn Monroe had a fat ass.
Sophia
I
Loren?
done been there. Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot.
There was
if you
mad
start to look
asses,
back,
yeah.
you go, oh, Fuck, you're right. I look back
Betty
in
Page
history.
can get it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I love it all now. See,
Helen
now I
Mirren.
know better. This is us growing up. I imagine
We
Barbies.
expand our
Cultured.
Yep.
I imagine Barbies. That's what the 80s.
Insensitive cultured. We've grown up. We're no longer insensitive culture.
Mm-hmm.
We've been cultured.
Mm-hmm. There's a big D at the end. Moving on. All right. So, Army of the Dead.
Army of the Dead.
Personally, I enjoyed it. I won't say the reviews, but the internet critiques are back and forth. Again,
What's
a
the
lot.
Rotten
Fuck the
Tomatoes?
internet.
What's the current Rotten
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tomatoes on it?
Rotten Tomatoes. Let's
Ooh.
see. It's probably.
I don't live
No,
or die by
can't be
Rotten
good.
Tomatoes.
I
but just
don't live
out
or
of
die by that.
curiosity.
It's
Let's
usually pretty good.
It's close, usually. It's usually not, but there's some where it's just like, fuck you, Rotten
Right.
Tomatoes. Like, I don't agree with you.
70%.
That's accurate.
That's not
Yep.
bad.
That is 100%.
70% tomato meter and
No,
76% audience score.
It's fresh, but it's
That's
not
pretty
like
good.
it's not like Dawn of the Dead.
It's not bad at all.
Fire. Like it is a good zombie movie that isn't your typical zombie movie. And I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting, but just coming off of the Snyder cut and
Yeah.
knowing that Snyder, had directed this, and I love Batista, dude. I love Drax. I mean, he's grown on me over the years, and I was super pumped for it. And then he had those Dawn of the Dead throwbacks in there, which I'm a huge Dawn of the Dead fan. I watch it pretty frequently, actually. So I picked up on a lot of those, dude. I thought it was.
Did you guys
chef's
watch
kiss, as
the?
Colin likes to say.
Did you guys watch
Chef's
the
kiss.
behind the scenes episode that they have?
I didn't know. I was gonna. It was like a half hour.
I didn't know that was there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have a behind the scenes of making the movie that shed some light on a lot of things, and apparently there's going to be a series, like an animated series, to continue
I
the
did
story.
hear about that.
And
And a
I
sequel.
enjoyed it. Yeah, and a sequel,
Like a whole
It's-
universe.
So just to fill you in on the premise of this movie, it's a zombie outbreak.
Sure.
In
and
Vegas.
It's in Vegas.
Love it.
It's contained. To
It's
Vegas.
contained in
They have
Vegas.
it
Like
walled.
shit went in. They
Okay,
put a bunch of
okay.
containers, locked it in. The rest of the world is normal,
Gucci.
but within these containers in Vegas is all zombies.
So Vegas is a wasteland.
Yes.
Wasteland.
Nothing different. Got
Nope.
it.
Yep,
Yeah,
same.
there you go. So and then this story, they have to go into Vegas
Mm-hmm.
to take some money from a vault that's in a specific casino for some bigwig who was already paid that money by the insurance
Casino owner.
by his insurance.
It's like a
Yeah.
heist
Oh, yeah.
movie?
It is.
Yeah, it's a heist
zombie
movie.
heist
It's a
movie
zombie
is what it is. Yes.
heist
All right, I'm
movie.
kind of in on that.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It was
I'd
fired.
fuck with
it was,
that.
It was fired.
Right.
Yeah, you will
It's
be
good.
into it, I promise.
I fuck with
So-
that. The
Yeah.
IC stamp of approval.
Absolutely.
Word.
fucking with that.
And it's very enjoyable. It's very enjoyable. And
was.
the thing that I like the most, right? I forgot what they call the zombies that are just like your basic zombie that's just like mindless.
Shamblers? something like
Shambler,
Yeah,
that?
shamblers,
yeah,
something
they
like
just
that.
sorta
You have the
shuffle.
shamblers and then you have the alphas. I thought that was a dope ass twist.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
the alphas, if you were bitten, because the way that it starts off is they're shipping a container. That container becomes compromised. That's how the outbreak comes off. and it's an alpha. So if you were bitten by the alpha, you were a zombie that thinks a little bit more than your average zombie.
And
You run
you're
fast.
strong.
Like you're not really
You're-
actually. I guess
You're 28 days later.
you're undead.
Yeah, 28 days
right?
later
Pretty
type
much.
Dawn of the Dead,
You're
where they're just like
undead.
running. They think a little bit, but you are undead. Yes, they're like in a clan. They like cultivate, and then you have the stragglers that are just like the random
the
ones.
Foot Clan. Just
Yep,
garbage.
where they're
ass
just
zombies.
like where people are just used to. That's what you hear the most. They're shooting them, whatever. But once you get in there, you experience the alphas, and you're like,
It's like
like
the
a-
Velociraptors open the door moment.
exactly.
It's like a hierarchy.
It's a hierarchy. You have to there are certain rules that you have to abide by because they would grant you permission to do certain things, but they're still zombies. So it's like, it's this whole elaborate
Yeah.
It's really good. It was
Just
really
talking
good
about
to
it,
me.
I want to watch it again now.
I am gonna watch it again.
So good.
I completely enjoyed it.
I'd say
I did.
75. I would give it a solid 75. But the audience score is 76 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep.
So I think
Audience score is a little higher.
That's accurate.
I enjoyed it, man. I thought it was really good. I thought the questions that they left unanswered, supposedly since everything is moving forward, they are, that's why there are certain things. But like people noticed that there were like robot zombies.
I was gonna say that, and he confirmed it.
He did confirm it, but the way that he explained it, he was saying, that could be the government placing these zombies in there to keep tabs on what's going on within the containment wall. Like there's a lot of shit that wasn't explained because this world is supposed to be expanded on. Like they're going to expand more.
Right,
on
it's
this.
a full world. I do like when horror movies like this take that just little twist. Like I loved Cabin in the Woods. When that came out, that movie
blew my mind, dude. Like I was like, is this possible for this to be this crazy? And like, I don't know, I just got it. I felt like when I watched it, I was like, I get it.
That was a good movie. Yeah.
Doing something different like that, because I feel like so much of that genre has just played on itself.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people were looking
Whedon,
forward
right?
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and wasn't Joss Whedon? Was it Joss Whedon that did Dawn of the Dead as well?
It was Zack Snyder.
It was Zack Snyder
and James Gunn.
and James
wrote
Gunn. There we go. I knew it was somebody.
Oh, James Gunn is good.
So it was both of them that did Dawn of the Dead. So, but I love the way that he attacked it. I especially after watching all of the behind the scenes stuff, because people could talk, man. People could critique these movies, and they can talk shit all they want. But man, when you see them putting their minds in there and trying to create a project as best as possible, like him going in there with the handheld camera to catch certain angles and like really running in the space with this to catch certain scenes. Like I love watching all of that shit. And so if you haven't seen it, if you've seen the movie and you're into that type of shit, I recommend going back to Netflix and finding that behind the scenes, because it gives you a little bit more insight, a little bit of callbacks, a little bit of like what was going through their mind during this part, like creating the hordes of people and the technology that they use to do that. The fucking hundreds of extras that were walking like zombies and just doing shit. Yeah, it was hundreds of extras, and they still had to use like it was a full-on mechanism where they would put the makeup on a person and then use a special camera where they would just capture 360 of that person and then digitally put them. Yeah, exactly. And just like digitally place them in multiples throughout, because there's a shit ton of people. It's fucking Vegas. And it's fun because you see those people like the zombie Elvis impersonators, the dancers, like all that shit. So it was a wild ride. I enjoyed it.
Scene, sick.
Oh, that was so good.
The opening scene was they're playing Viva Las Vegas, so somebody's covering it, and it's just like blood splatter everywhere, mad slow motion, like
complete
and
anarchy.
Interesting because that's really like the only Zack Snyder typically slow motion guy.
Yeah.
I think that was really the only slow motion was that opening credit scene. And
it was a little bit towards the end, but
there was some, but it was not as slow as he typically does.
Yeah, it's not very Zack Snyder-esque.
The thing that threw me off a lot, just from a film critique perspective, was for a lot of the movie, he had an extremely shallow depth of field where it would be like this was the only part of the thing that was in focus. Yeah. And it almost made everything look like like when you go portrait mode on like an iPhone or some shit and it's starting to fuck up because of the lighting or whatever. That's how it was looking. I was like, I'm not sure I'm feeling this.
But he talked about that. He talked about that and why he used it in the behind the scenes stuff. But he did mention like the specific camera that he used and the depth of field, because he felt like that specific depth of field created a different. It was a trial thing that he was doing, and a lot of people, they were saying that they really enjoyed that because he was taking risks with doing that.
Sure.
But it also created, because of that specific depth of field, it created like a feeling of like, holy shit, like you can't really see what's going on, which in those type of situations, that's how you're feeling. You know, I would imagine. I don't fucking actually know. I've never seen a zombie, but
No.
but you're only gonna see like, you know, like you're not really gonna put everything in focus. So he specifically went for that. He used a very specific camera, and so they did talk about it. Yeah,
Did
they
he
talked
say
about it.
It threw me off a little bit, but kudos for trying something.
It's different. It's definitely something
yeah.
different, something new.
A lot of those weird shots, dude, where I feel like the digital shots where they put Tig Notaro into the movie to replace Chris D'Elia.
Oh
Like
yeah.
all of those scenes
yeah.
with her.
I
You got to
didn't
remember, all of those scenes with her were shot by her fucking self. Like
Yeah.
she was not with any of those goddamn people.
That's crazy.
I
And
completely forgot about that.
No, I told Ashley right before the movie started, I was like, wait, when you see this chick, just remember that anytime you see her,
I told
she
Joyce
was filmed
15
all by
minutes
herself.
later.
And Ashley was so pissed, dude. She's like, now I can't watch these fucking scenes. It seems weird. And if you go back watching it, knowing that Tig wasn't even there with them,
Yeah.
it seems fucked up. And I feel like a lot of those weird shots were shots of Tig where it was like just
had to make
digitally
it
altered
work.
to hell. Yeah.
Well,
I didn't
yeah,
even-
you can just see it where she's like by herself and it jumps and it cuts.
Yep.
And there
a
was
lot of her dialogue.
There was a
is her
few
by
where they
herself.
were like wide shots, and she's digitally placed
in there. Yep.
I didn't notice it as I was really looking for it. I didn't notice it as much while watching versus when I saw like reviews of the shit on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I completely forgot that we talked about that, and I was watching it. Now
Didn't
that
even
you
notice.
mention it,
Yeah.
I didn't really notice. No, it didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't throw that off for me.
I thought it did a pretty good job.
I thought
like
they
I said,
did-
I
yeah.
I
brought
think
it
was
up
just because I
20
knew.
minutes
Just
in.
because I knew.
You were really looking for that.
And it wasn't
Yeah.
even trying. Like I knew when I saw her in the back of my mind, I was like, she's not there, Dave.
See, even then,
Don't fucking buy
Even
this
then-
bullshit.
Like I said, I brought it up like 20 minutes into Joyce,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Can you believe that she is not in any of?" And Joyce was like, "Wow, he did a fucking amazing job," because I had no idea. Like I never would have thought about it.
I didn't even
Yeah.
think about it. No, now that you're saying it, there were like certain. I can tell that because I didn't know her name when we talked about it. I didn't know her name or anything like that, so I didn't really know exactly who we were referencing. Did we even talk about that? We didn't talk about that on mic, right? It was just a conversation.
No, we were
between
just in the
ourselves.
group
Yeah,
chat.
that was
Okay,
an
yeah.
app
So
chat.
I never really looked into it. And when I saw her, I knew she looked familiar, but I didn't know her actual name, so it didn't really click. So that didn't throw it off. But now that you're saying that, yeah, it looks like all of the scenes are
Yeah.
all of the scenes are of just like her one
off a
off,
little
and
bit, yeah.
but no, I don't even feel like it was off,
No.
but I wasn't looking for it. I'm gonna watch it again. I'm gonna give
And
it a second watch.
it was convenient that she was by herself in that chopper for
Yeah.
a good chunk of time too,
Yeah,
which
sure.
was, I'm sure, helpful for them.
It was just it
Yeah.
was probably just a scene where they thought like, you know what, we could do that. We can easily crop her out. We can crop Chris D'Elia out.
Yeah.
And throw her.
And
in
that's
there.
fair. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
Fuck that dude.
Fucking weird ass guy. But do we have anything else to contribute to this conversation?
I want Colin to tell us what he thinks of it when he watches it. I want him to at least text me after you watch it. Let me know what you, because I'm curious. I wish he saw it. I should have given him a heads up ahead of time.
I
did.
didn't look into any news because I knew it was coming out. I was like, they're gonna bring some shit up.
Yeah, we'll bring it up.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
all right.
For sure.
For the-
Only thing left to say is shout out to my boy Taika Waititi, scorer
Oh
Rita
my
Ora
God,
and Tessa
yes.
Thompson at the
And
same
Tessa
time.
Thompson, damn,
That's right.
my man.
Taika
That's
Waititi,
gonna
he's
be. We need one of the pictures of him making out with those two chicks. That's gonna be our That's going to be the cover picture for this week's
We
episode.
don't even
It has nothing to do with the episode. It's just a dope-ass picture, and he deserves it.
Yeah, you know, you're right. You're right.
That's my man's.
In honor of Taika
And Tessa
honor
Thompson,
of
damn, okay.
The God.
and Rita Ora.
Shit. Rita Ora.
So yeah, so it's been
Been clapping
there
four
was
cheeks.
there were some photos that leaked of him in his home in Australia
Yeah, they were
where he's
cozy.
cozy, hanging out with Rita Ora and Tessa Thompson, casually.
Some hugs,
Just
some
kissing them both.
smooches. Some-
Yeah, some
Good for
smooches.
him.
Them two kissing each other.
He
Tessa
deserves
Thompson
that.
and Rita Ora.
Yeah.
Like it legit. It was just like I'm like, yeah, that's Taika's fucks.
Cheers. Like the fucks.
There's a handful of people that I could see that about and be like, good for you. Otherwise,
Right.
I'd be like, this
happy
motherfucker,
for
what
him.
the fuck does he have that I don't fucking have? But Taika, I'm like, yo, my man.
Like what's his name?
My man.
Pete
My
Davidson.
Yeah, like Pete Davidson, like, oh, this fucking asshole again. What the fuck? But yeah, no, Taika has that instant.
Taika's like,
I
oh,
want
okay.
him. I want him to do so good. I want him to excel in everything that
Yeah.
he does, including his love life.
And now we know he's excelling.
My
he's
man.
excelling in his
My
love
man.
life.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So
Word.
Great way to end the show. That was a great way to end the fucking show.
Shout out to Taika Waititi because
Word.
Taika fucks.
Taika.
Taika
That's the
fucks.
episode title.
Taika.
That is the
Taika
episode
fuck.
title for
Taika
sure.
fuck.
It's just gonna be Taika fucks with that
That
photo.
picture, yup.
And
Game over.
and most people who
We don't even talk about it.
they don't even get to this part.
No.
They won't even
They have
like
no
we don't
idea.
even talk about it. That's
no
it.
idea.
They just know that this is a Taika pod and that's how we get down.
That's it.
That's
they
how
already
we get
know.
down.
And on that note, guys, thank you for tuning in this week, episode 66. We love you if you've held on all of these fucking episodes because who the fuck knows what we talk about from week to week. But you know, shout out to DFAT Entertainment. Go check those guys out for all geek news and podcasts. We have a little bit of everything when it comes to politics to fucking comic books. So check that out. Remember to rate, review, subscribe to our YouTube channel.
YouTube.
What was it, Colin, that you said?
Oh, finger blast that bell icon.
Finger blast
Finger
that
blast
bell
that
icon.
bell icon. And remember on Apple Podcasts, if you listen on Apple Podcasts, give us a review. Give us a review. Give us that 5-star rating if you feel we deserve it. And other than that,
Congrats to the winner of the box.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
congrats to the winner of the box.
Yeah. We
What
got
was the
give her
name?
a shout out. Give her a shout out.
At Daddy Meme Master.
Daddy Meme Master. Oh, I don't know if it's a girl or not. I just
It is. It's a because I saw that name and I was like, oh, let me see who this is, and it was
you
a
got
female.
interested.
Completely
Okay.
threw me off. Completely threw me off.
Meme Master.
But she won. She won the director's cut box here. So there's some
Don't
goodies
claim
in
it.
there.
Don't claim it.
I hope you really enjoy it. But just remember to slide in my DMs, show me your ID, and let me know where you live.
Photos only.
And not
Sketchy at all.
Please don't send any
Please
of
don't
those.
send any to me.
And we'll get it to you ASAP. All right. So,
ASAP.
guys, we love you. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you next week. Peace.
Peace.